We have it. His Excellency the President has just put in the ribbon for and he will be handed the card as the first test. This is a system. And then he'll be given a key to the bus by the head of ABK, the contractor that was that wants to pay to procure the buses. There we have it. Today is another big day here in Liberia, and now the NCA. His Excellency will ride. Yes. He's about to board the bus. You'll also be given the plates.
Let me explain, maybe. So, President, about the digital system, they don't have money, right? So the one that have money is this. So first day you try this, they will decline. If you don't have money on it, the one that had the money, and the moment you put it, they will give you the successful entry. Then you also have at the back, which he will be the one to explain. The distance that you're going, the child monitoring everything on his own screen. Where when we go in, you'll be able to see everything. If you're going waterside, the waterside fare, the driver will see that you're paying the actual fare for waterside. If you don't go in waterside, it will also appear that you don't go in waterside, depending on the distance. And more besides, we will have an AI camera right over the driver to monitor the total transaction here. Every passenger that entering the car will be, they will check the passenger from the headquarters of NTA. That will be seen on the big screen how many passengers enter the bus today. So apart from the payment system. So you can have this, he will pass you through.
His Excellency will test the system. It has been explained to him. And he will test the digital payment system. His Excellency the President will test the digital payment system.
So right now your fare is on the board, so you see your system too. You don't have money on your card. So do it again. No, do this now.
His Excellency has been taught how to use the system. And His Excellency, the President is jokingly saying he has paid. And what about the other people?
On the side, yeah.
We have two questions. Executive Marshal, ERBC. ERBC, Executive Marshal. And His Excellency has boarded the bus. And we'll begin our trip to the Executive Mansion, a history-making day for Liberia.
Right ahead of us here is President Buhari.
Just 2 seats ahead of us. And in front of His Excellency is the
making his way to the Executive Mansion. So this bus is one of
This bus is
for the convoy.
this bus is taking the president to the executive mansion. We have been also accompanied by a drone outside.
Let's do. So folks, that's President Buckeye here. Heading to the executive mansion. Ahead of us there is President Buakai driving to the executive mansion. Yes.
I'm the contractor for this bus, and we understand that most of our citizens don't have the card yet, so we'll be coming to you to pay the fare for here. Cross street.
Driving to the executive mansion. Live.
So this is right to the executive mansion. We're now exiting the compounds of the NTA.
So now President Buakai is exiting the compound of the NTA. As you can see here, the NTA has instituted a digital payment system. So passengers will now be paying through a digital means. Of course, also it's going to be security measures put in place on the bus, which will be via CCTV cameras. They will all be installed. CCTV cameras on the bus. Waving to Nigerians who are watching from outside.
So you can see the streets lined up with citizens waving.
President Buakai.
We are in the convoy now. That is conveying His Excellency to the accompanied by motorcycles. His Excellency has been convoyed in one of the newly procured NTA buses, and we're on our way to the executive mansion. So there you have His Excellency the President. We're also having the vehicle here, the presidential photographer of His Excellency. There's dressed up, someone's dressed up like series of government officials also accompanying His Excellency. Here, we have also the Deputy Minister of Public Affairs all the way out the back. And we have, let me see if I can speak to the presidents of the bus. The Minister is also No, but Mr. Minister, how does it feel conveying on this bus to the executive mansion? You have the president in our midst also. I mean, a lot of people will not. How did the president do ride the bus to the mansion?
Well, the president is of the people, and he wants to feel what our people will be feeling. So it's an initiative that he took on himself to do.
And these buses, I'm understanding from the NTA, we have security measures, camera in the bus. And so the question will be, how will citizens be tutored on how to use the system that will be put in place?
Well, through our usual means, we have the Transport Ministry just install billboards, we go through jingles, we go through the press, we go through all means of communication to get to them. Because we understand the differences between communication and information. Information is whistling out there, communication is getting it through to the people. So it's communication mode that we focus on to communicate better so we can have the problem. But we understand when scratch cards came to the country, the telephones, it took some time, and our people eventually got used to it.
So now the years comes on end. We have anything big coming. Any big news?
There are a lot of big things coming. They'll be patient.
Okay. Let's be patient. A lot of big things coming. I mean, citizens are lined up and they're waving to their president. They have their president riding the bus. I mean, like he has to experience what his citizens will experience, and so he has decided to ride this bus to town. It has a digital system. So this system you see here, this is the system you'll be paying by, and it has a camera, it has a sensor, and you just swap your card, a prepaid card. It's like when you buy a scratch card, yeah, or when you buy a scratch card, it's like a prepaid card, and you will purchase the card prior to embarking on the bus, and when you arrive at the bus location, you swap it, and if there's more, like we would normally travel in other countries, we use that for the train system. And you go to the train station, you pre-purchase your card, and when you reach at the gate, you swap it, and it gives you access, and you enter the train, and you can ride to wherever. But you have to have money on the card. You gotta put money on the card. Just scratch the car. You just scratch the car and pay out of you. Like see. So yeah, I mean, the president is dozing through the streets of the Japanese freeway. This is previously the Somalia Drive, is now the Japanese freeway. And there you have the president is going. So I can
And I tell you, we are heading to the executive mansion.
you have His Excellency. So the president riding the bus today.
And it's around 1 p.m. Nigeria time.
The president is here, the Minister of Justice is here, the head of the police is here, the Minister of Transport is here, other deputy ministers and assistant ministers are also on the bus. Then you have the president looking through the window. I mean, it's one thing to be on this bus, and it's one thing to experience what the president's experiencing. Simone, I mean, before now, we have some of these ministers have never gotten on this kind of bus. Well, the president may not the right bus to do. And that is the head of the company who procured the bus on behalf of the NTA. That's ABK. Chief of Protocol there, the Deputy of Administration of the NTA there. Live with those deputy ministers. Keep following. And there's Noah Zal Gibson. They're all talking Noah Zal Gibson. That's the senior advisor to His Excellency. They are seated. So we're enjoying our round. It wasn't the bill. The bus is smooth. No hitches. And your citizens waving to the president. Officers lined up, trumping their salutes. So as we speak right now, if you're following, it's about 5 minutes after 1 o'clock in the Republic of Liberia. And if it's early morning to you, I say good morning. My name is Vania Skumara, and I'm bringing you live transmission here. I also say we are accompanied by the Deputy Minister of Public Affairs. I have my colleagues here, Joseph Blackie, I have Abraham Kabake, and we have others here who are bringing this broadcast to you from one of the newly purchased NTA buses that is transporting His Excellency from the NTA headquarters to the Executive Mansion, a sight to behold, a sight never really beheld before. The president wants to experience what his citizens will experience, and so he decided to join the crew to be on the bus. They have citizens waving and cheering and yelling and hailing His Excellency. And I know some of them will be surprised, like, yo, is that our president? Our president there on the bus? So just tell me where you're watching from, where you're following us from. And if there's a question you can pose, and they'll see if we can provide you some answers relative to the buses. The buses, as I learned, will be up to 60 buses. But right now we have 35 that have arrived in the country. We have 2 of them that have arrived in the country. And citizens are all sharing the president. We're now approaching the port, the National Port Authority, Freeport of Monrovia. If you know Liberia, you know this is the Somalia Drive. Here we have the Premium Milling Corporation. We have Simenco around here. We are approaching the Freeport of Monrovia. You have the citizens in Cherry. Yeah, the new bus. They'll start riding the bus pretty soon. Don't worry. So again, I want to smoke local. Yeah. And the buses are fitted with fans. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the National Port Authority, where the MD sits on the Dukle. We're here now at the Freeport of Monrovia. So we might experience some bumpiness, as this other part of the road is a little bumpy. We are now heading to Vittown. When we arrive at Vittown, this is the all-famous city building for any corporations on this other side. We have here the National Fisheries Authority. They're here. We have GT Bank. I mean, we have a series of other businesses. We are also approaching the headquarters of the LPRC. And so if you know this one, if you're familiar with this part of Liberia, you know we are approaching Bytown. Or you want to see your president? Okay, let me turn to your president a little bit. Some to see their president. Oh, yeah, there is a president. Let me have a closer look of His Excellency. They are requesting to view their president on the bus, waving to them. He's waving. There you have it. There's the president there. Staff of the LPRC women. I mean, they're surprised to see their president, and this is what it looks to have your president close to you. This is what it looks to have a president who feels the way his citizens feel. This is what it feels like and what it looks like to have a president who thinks about his people. He says, I want to ride in this bus. I want to see what they see. I want to experience what they experience. And I want to get in it. If it's the heat, let me experience it. And they're waving and they're cheering. And they're waving and they're cheering. This is a sight to behold, ladies and gentlemen. This is a sight to behold. This is a sight to behold. We have Maputo also seated here. And they will look at our president there, look at our president there. Yep. And at first they don't quite get in, but when they eventually sense to cheer, and they're cheering His Excellency, they're cheering the convoy, they're cheering their president, we now invite one of the busiest parts of Bushwood, Ireland, an epicenter for business. And there you have people cheering His Excellency. Somebody else will be outside with camera. The president is waving. The president is waving. And the cheers. There you have the president waving again, smiling and doing that with a level of humility. And there's a little running behind the bus. And so, ladies and gentlemen,
welcome back, folks. Still coming to you live from the executive, from the convoy of His Excellency the President, President Boakai, riding on the newly commissioned National Transit Authority bus. And the President is still enjoying his ride towards the executive mansion, buying the first ticket, making his way to the executive mansion. Liberian standing on the roadside, waving to His Excellency the President.
I want to get for the first time to most of these people having a closer look at their president, waving, not only sitting but waving and to them. I mean, who don't want to be in this kind of situation right now? And for most of us, it's a sight to behold every day. But for these Liberian citizens, it's something that they will forever cherish. And this is a newly commissioned bus, one of the newly commissioned buses by the NTA. His Excellency is riding. And one of the persons that made this happen is on the bus. A wave will be good. And there you waving, that's the head of ABK. And they also helped in making this come to pass. We have William McConnell there, the Deputy for Administration of the NTA, Toga Melvin Caesars. So now we are approaching the Gilbert Tucker. We are approaching the Gilbert Tucker Bridge. If you can see, Gilbert Tucker Bridge, we are approaching, and His Excellency is also going to be riding on this bridge. We are now on top of the Gabriel Tucker Bridge. And this is a view of Monrovia from the bridge, from the bus. That's the other bridge there. And this is the great bridge of the, we're approaching the Providence Island. Here we have the Providence, then we have the Providence Island there. We have also the Minister of Justice here on the bus. The President is riding and is waving to his citizens. And hey, hats out to Michael G. Kaye following from Lofa County. Caprian Tom, Diagnostics Henry Solo Bulo, Blessing D. Bromskin, Cephas, June Bab, Alvizaza Bulo. We are now approaching Johnson Street. Johnson Street is right ahead of us. And the president is approaching appreciating, if I could say, the beauty of Monrovia, the beauty of Liberia. He always does, but this time from a clear window in one of the newly commissioned NTA buses. We're riding to the mansion, folks. I had to leave my car at NTA because I had to ride along His Excellency to give you a first-hand view of what it looks like. So we are approaching Broad Street. There you have Broad Street. We're right on Broad Street, and we'll take a turn for so we have the LTC here. We have the LTC here. We have the Central Bank of Liberia right behind this building. If you know the flower money air, that's the Central Bank of Liberia. And we have the museum here, and also attached to the museum is the Centennial Pavilion. So wherever you're following us, if this is the first time following, this is the Executive Mansion page, and I can surely be sure to you to bring you clearly His Excellency the President, and they're now recognizing the President. Your President, His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai, waves there, cheers there. And the citizens are waving to His Excellency. Yeah. And they're waving to the President. This cannot be overemphasized, ladies and gentlemen. I can assure you. And I'm very sure after this right here, the President will have a lot to say. See for yourself, Broad Street, as Liberians are waving to their president. Liberians are lined up waving to their president. This is Roundel Street. This is Roundel Street now. And this is one of the busiest streets in Monrovia. Everything is sold here. Every and anything is sold here. And we're also just past the intersection of Kerry Street. This is Roundel Street. One of the busiest in Liberia. Yeah, see them moving. And pointing fingers out. Oh, yeah, that one president there, that one president there. And I can assure you, His Excellency the President is joyous. He's happy. This tells you how much,
Nigerians who suffocate the love that their leader has for them.
And some quite very interesting comments on the live feed here. This one says, best president in my era. That's Morris L. Kenney. And Ruth is going to join us side. Steven Yoko is also commenting. Amos Kona is following. Musu K. Molba is also following the line. Elton Teddy. We have a few of you showing love signs. I mean, let's have it going. Keep sharing, keep following, keep liking, and keep commenting. The president is riding a bus. Yeah. You see a few of these kinds of things happening around the world, but to see it happening in Liberia at this time under His Excellency the President. So right now we have 1.5K followers. Wherever you are following us from, we say keep following. There you have your president. Ladies and gentlemen, your president. The president you chose, the president who has decided to work for you and serve you. We have now taken a turn on the UN Drive, the famous UN Drive. We are just passing right in front of the, believe me, a lot of sharing here. We're approximately 5 to 10 minutes away from the executive mansion. Based on the speed we are, it's about 10 minutes.
Thank you very much, Ross. Thank you very much, Ross.
So we are close to South Beach. If you know South Beach, we're just taking the turn to South Beach. Passing right in front of the AIDS Commission and the GSA head office. And I can show you staff have gathered to wave to their president. And the staff of the AIDS Commission are waving to their president. There you see them waving to the president. And then we have the GSA, the General Services Agency. There we have the famous stadium here, Anthony Stadium. Yes, ATS. Sorry, kind of skipped my mind there. ATS right here. And this is the Ministry of National Defense that also hosts. This is the barracks that hosts the Ministry of National Defense. And right now I can tell you we're moving approximately 30 kilometers per hour. Citizens are cheering the president. You can hear the cheers, you can hear the yell, you can hear. Look at this lady displaying such joy. Such joy. Our young men also. Believe in me, parents. So let me take you back to your president as we approach the executive mansion. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had approximately 25 to 30 minutes ride on this bus from NTA head office, approaching the executive mansion. We started a few minutes before 12 o'clock, and before 1 o'clock, I can say, and now we are 25 minutes to 6 minutes after 1. That tells you the road is pliable. We are now at the Booster Quarter area, approaching the hill where, Capitol Hill, where our government sits. You have the
digital system installed on the bus.
so this bus will be one of the buses that will enter the executive mansion. Yeah. The president keeps waving. He can't stop waving to his citizens. Students also lined up. This is the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs. Excitement. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now arriving at our stopping point, at our destination.
Here we are.
We will disembark the vehicle to capture His Excellency disembarking. Yes. I won't get out. I won't get out. Don't get out before you. Yeah. 2 chips into swap. We're now entering the executive mansion. There we have it. A successful one too. And we will endeavor to have a word with His Excellency. So we have the chief, the head of. We also have the deputy minister for administration of the Ministry of State for President. Honorable crowd there seated all the way at the back. Honorable Minister, a wave will be good. A wave for the camera. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the executive mansion. We have to disembark fast. We have to disembark to welcome the president. We have to welcome the president. This is the bus we have been in for the past 25 to 30 minutes. We will not capture first and His Excellency. Let me see if I can come from the window there and see where His Excellency sat. So this is the president. This is where he sat and kept on waving to citizens. He had a joyful ride. Mr. President, how was the ride?
You did enjoy the ride, Mr. President. Okay.
The president is saying he enjoyed the ride
Okay.
here.
The
So there
president
you
is
have
coming
it.
down. We will talk to him. You just got to be with us.
We will talk to the president when he gets down. He is doing that right now. And we will go on the other side of the
Hey everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to the Nightly Exchange. Hey everybody. Good evening. Thank you for coming. Get out of here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience as always, and tuning in to watch us. And I know you're enjoying the bus ride with our president. Thank you so much for being here. First, please go to your Facebook, your YouTube, and share the show. Go share it and then come back. Let's have some fun talking about this bus ride. I know we're a little late into the topic, but that's how we like to do it. We like, when everyone else done talking about it. Nah, not necessarily. We had, I was sick during those days when was it a day before yesterday or something like that? This bus ride thing happened. I was under the weather. So was Ture, and a lot of people had a lot of things to do. So we didn't come on. So we're here. We were here yesterday, and we're here today to talk about it too. Because last night Ture had us freestyling. Okay, we was just all over the place talking about whatever and whenever. So today too, we got a little topic here and there, but this is one of them. So I just wanted to play that video so we can watch it. Like, Amy always like to play videos whenever she sees them. She likes to come and share with you. So please do us the favor and share the show too. Share it to other people who will want to see this. Some of you have already seen these, I think already, but sometimes some of you is your first time when I come and play these videos here. Sometimes some of you have already seen it. And guess what? It's your lucky day. You see it twice a day. So don't complain about it. Just go ahead and share it and let other people watch it as well later on. Oh, now, thank you. And come back here so we'll talk about Liberia. This is what we come here every time to do. Liberia and other parts of Africa too, right? Which we will start doing. Not be selfish and always talking about Liberia. We love our country, but so now we got other things happening in the region too. We have to highlight it. We shouldn't be. We need to be our brother's keeper. So just share the show and come back so we can talk about this. The bus ride. I love it. I love it. First of all, share, and go come back. Let's do that first. So, guys, it's almost December. November just started, and today is the 14th. Some people are already in the 15th of November, and we are trying to wrap up the 14th of November. And the next thing you know, Thanksgiving will be here. The next thing you know is Christmas, and the next thing you know, we're in 2026. That is wow. The year went by so fast. You know what is the time flies when you're having fun, right? I don't know if I can say that about 2025 because the only fun I had in 2025 was God still have me breathing, and will have me breathing till I'm 135. Okay, and I'll still be looking like this. So that whole thing with life is short, that is not my thing. My life is not short. I'm not gonna proclaim that over my life. The good book said, with long life will he satisfy me and show me his salvation. Why would I say life is short? My life is not short. Whoever thinks and believes that their life may be short, but mine is not. Because the Bible said with long life, he will satisfy me and show me his salvation. So, yes, 100 and plus, unless when I can't do anything for myself anymore, then yeah. Then I give up, Lord, take me home. But when I can still walk, I can still swim, I can still be in martial territory, I can still be walking around and kicking, I'm still here. But anyways, thank you so much for coming. Terrell, where are you? I can see you, but you're not coming on. Don't be shy. Come on, Terrell. Let's talk about this. Ugh. I know I'm starting to feel a little better, but I still have that script throat a little bit. The weather's changing. Get everybody sick. And then guess what? I'm in Houston, and I'm pretty sure my weather can bear me witness when I say it's hot again. Because she's in Texas. She's watching from Austin, Texas. Texas is hot. It was a little, chilly, and then it got back. It was so hot today again, yesterday. So when you guys are in, those of you who lives in these snowing states, when it's snowing there, guess what? The sun is hot in Texas sometimes. So it sometimes makes me miss Pennsylvania. I miss the snow. Sometimes I miss the cold, but not too much. But Yeah, when it's hot all winter long, then I'm like, oh my god, yes, I need to go to PA to get some snow or somewhere. But yeah, Texas is good. The only thing I don't like about them though is all of the hurricanes that be happening. Here and there, it doesn't happen much where I'm at. It's just some days that it happens, and then I miss the East Coast. I'm like, I want to go back home. I can't deal with this. I'm not built for this. But yeah. But when we first moved here, we had a freeze over, right? And Teray, welcome to Ray. It was just a little bit of flurry thing, right, Teray? With a little bit of ice somewhere. I kid you not, Teray. Everybody pipes were popping in their houses.
Damn.
People getting stuck on the road. And I keep outside, I'm like, for what? I'm like, there's nothing on the
Yeah,
road.
man.
Because they're not built for it. So it was just so true. I'm like, they barely have anything on the floor. Like, what are they? What is
I wouldn't consider that a snow. That was just
it wasn't a
flurry.
snow. It was a little like I think like a little icy thing going on. But they have all
Yeah, I remember
I
that was. I mean, it. I believe it was when like 20
think that was 2021 or 2022. One of that around there.
something like that. And that incident, Ted Cruz was trying to escape with his family.
Right.
From
That was
Cancun.
the thing going on Cancun.
What an idiot, man.
Got busted. But anyway, yes. And I was like, okay, so what is all this commotion about? This place is not even. But they are not built like that, too, right? They're not built for the cold or any weather like
Not
that.
built,
So it
man.
was horrible. Yeah. People
And
fight
and,
with
and like the same way we are here on the East Coast, we're not built like the people are built
hurricane.
in the what you call in the Midwest.
Yeah.
People in the Midwest, they are. I mean, shoot. You talking about Minnesota, Wisconsin?
They got places that are already snoring. Well, Trini and the girl was like, it's snowing here. And I'm like, it's like 80 degrees outside. She said, I think she's in Ohio. Yeah, she's in Ohio. She said it was snowing in Ohio. I was like, I'm like, nuh-uh. I said, it's like 80 degrees outside. I was like, where? I'm like, Texas. Like, yeah. Yeah. So Teray, did you see the bus ride? Did you watch it? Oh, my hips.
Well, I did actually. I saw that since. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, all right. That's what I said. Some of you may have seen it.
We just watched it again. No, but I mean, obviously, it's always good for us to get our viewers in the loop of things.
You might have missed something the first time you watched it, and then the second time you pick it up.
Right.
Like, you must not see that.
But I really think it was a good thing. It was a good occasion. The president obviously taking a test drive.
I thought that was good.
And that right there for those of you who don't know what that is, that's what leaders do.
Yeah.
Right. That's what leaders do. It's called making something that
coming down to the people, like
exactly
being relatable or whatever.
Bringing it down to the people. That's true, but it also sends an indication that says that it is comfortable enough that the president can ride.
Yeah.
And that it's safe for a president to to ride around see the city and stuff like that with it. So that is a positive messaging right there. Anybody that looking at that, you be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Those little.
Why do they still have those plastic in it though? On the seats.
But not everybody.
I don't have those things on the people and they be sweating out of that heat and sitting in the plastic.
I don't get it. But I would definitely. I hope there'll be restrictions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean on these things and how people behave in them. Because I'm telling you, man.
You got fans. That's pretty nice though, Teray, because you know how hot it is. Like I told you when I went like 2023, I almost passed out, but I was freaking out from the heat, and I didn't eat. I was
tell you
so
what,
worried about the heat till I didn't want to eat.
it
And I
just to
came
be
back, I
done.
lost a couple of pounds. I'm like, oh, I think I need to go back. Thing, brother. It turns out, because I just thought I was full, right? And then guess what? When I go in the street, when I'm somewhere that I don't have access to the restroom, I don't want to drink too much.
Well, what I can say, that just to be done to all men.
Torture. I didn't want to drink before I had to use the bathroom, and there's no way to go and use the bathroom because a couple of people doing that. I'm like, yeah.
With that,
I'd be like, no, thank you. I'll do
that kind of heating, like, bro, good luck.
Mm-hmm. So they got fan up on every seat, which I thought that was very cool. And then they have a card, which is very good too. It will stop, all of the stealing. You go, it's like a Transpass in Philly. In Pennsylvania, you get a Transpass. You go, you pay for the Transpass at the train station, and you get a Transpass. You just use it to swipe it. I think that's the system they're trying to bring there too. They try to get it to, and then there'll be a camera seeing it. Everybody go in there. Anybody who go in there seeing it swiping or not swiping. So I was like, nobody can bring a girlfriend in. I said, go to them. You have to get your girlfriend a Transpass. I was listening to the guy. I'm like, they are really intentional about this. This is cool. I like it.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, look, like I said, everything is just the beginning. I just hope that the standard they're gonna set for the usage of these buses will be top notch. I mean, it's we are very good at having new things, but we are not good at maintaining new things.
Right.
That's the reason why the lifespan of these things in Liberia or places like terror countries, because it's not about getting them, it's about maintaining them. Maintenance become an issue. Maintenance becomes an issue. So I just hope that the approach will be different this time, and people will really be educated as to how how they can appropriate the use of public
I think they started doing that already. Like when we had Toka here the other day, the deputy manager, is that what it's called? Yeah, deputy manager, right?
I mean, what?
The title. But yeah, I spoke with him. He said he's been busy, for the use buses, getting out there, the president testing himself. So he'll find time and come talk to us about the buses. So
that's good. I mean, we'll definitely be looking forward to engaging him and talking about that.
When he came the last time, remember, we were concerned about the maintenance and we talked about it. And he also said that they have all of that put in place, and people they are educating people a lot about public property, about government property, the way they used to treat them. Like people used to be making it seems like it's not mine, so I'm going to do this. It's government property. They're trying to educate people on those things now. And they're having a different mindset about them now. So I think, because as you destroying it, guess what? Money coming from your pocket, because what it's supposed to be doing for you, they'll not be doing it. They have to keep, replacing those things and keep something there. So you have to look at it that way. So you can't say, because it's not coming from you, like personally, it's doing something to you, like indirectly. So you have to be mindful of that. But
just because it's government property, obviously, you paying for them because you're paying taxes to the government.
That's just right.
So the government just overseeing and making sure you have access to transportation, you have access to movement and all of that stuff. All that help the economy. When people are moving from one place to another, when people are not sitting home, then they are not spending money. So there's so many things around this. When you see government emphasizing on good roads and stuff like that, every time people decide to travel, they're spending money. They're buying fuel. They they're buying presents for people, so all of these things tap into the whole, economic growth and stuff like that. You've seen the budget now going to $1 point billion. How can the government, generate funds to accommodate that being the case, or else that budget could come back to 800 million net next year, so we have to look at this. So everything government they do comes certain level of science and absolute intentionality to ensuring that these things happen with the roads, now with the buses, getting the buses out there, moving people from one place to another, free, passage and stuff like that. Someone saying money instead of the money waiting for 2 weeks, you can come and pick up that money right away. And government get their low, sharing that money that uncle just saying or your mom just saying, you know what I'm saying? So you live from Foya, you live from the southeast, so it makes life move faster and development faster,
Right.
Hold on, let me check on something real quick.
Yeah, sure. I also want to touch on these okay. Yeah, guys, I hope I think it's a good thing for the process. I know a lot of people are trying to undermine the efforts, but I think it's a great thing. And especially if you never had it, in the video that we played here last night, we can go back and play those videos and see that, what that should I say ministry or entity or whatever it is used to look like, right before now. And then seeing these buses and seeing people and the government caring about transportation and cheaper transportation for the citizens and making these things work and going as far as the 15 counties and stuff. And then you want to look at this as it's nothing, something's wrong with you. But I think it's a great initiative. It's a great effort. And it said 35 came and they're bringing another 30 or 35. It's supposed to be what, 60 something, right?
Yeah, you seen government, you seen these things.
Yeah.
We didn't get that. We did not get stuff like this from the previous government. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you do you have that video? Can you play that video?
I do. I homeowner will.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's a direct contrast from prior government.
I actually feel sorry for the guys. Seriously,
it is absolutely ridiculous. It's like you trying to lie for a money that you did not. I
feel sorry for him. No, he said it first, but he did not know. That they were going to.
I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. And these are the people that. No, Amy, you need to play that video. You need to play it for our people, right? Because a moment like this has to be contextualized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to actually, reference it with something. Because this is the thing, Amy. We're not going to sit here and not bring these recording and this video forth to the Liberian people. They need to see that.
Shown to them, yeah.
The people need to see it. People need to see what is the government that some of our brothers are telling us to bring back the power.
To bring back.
What they did, looting the country out of industrial scale. To use Professor Patrice Lumumba, the words. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. So our viewers, we're about to prepare a video for you. This is an exchange between Monserrato Senator DeLong and
That's the
formal.
committee, the committee on transports. I think that's what it was.
It was committee on transport, but the guy was the managing director, I believe, or the director, whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
he was a manager. I think.
Manager, y'all take a look,
That's
guys.
what he said.
Let's take a listen to this. So this is a change. Absolutely ridiculous.
Take a listen to this and listen to those people trying to downplay what is going on now, and let us know.
Affordable, efficient transport throughout the country. It's not something where you say, I will use this for you to be able to contribute to what the budget or whatever.
No,
Mr.
Managing Director asking you whether you make contribution to budget.
So the
Mr. Managing Director, he said out of 39 budget, you only got 50
You
run.
got only
The
15
other 24
running.
down.
The other 24
That's why he's
down.
asking you.
Say you've been running the buses the time all were running. You're only using the proceed therefrom for operational costs without planning to procure new buses on your own. Question.
We're using it, like I told you, we get in a year, all along the period of the year, we get for fuel, for operation and lubricants. The highest we ever gotten was, I think, 300,000.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mr. MD.
What?
You said under the 2023
Hold it there.
fiscal budget,
You
you
gotta
have not
lock it
received it
down.
down.
Yeah.
Under the 2022 fiscal budget, did you receive a down?
Yeah, but I think the budget was 180,000 or so. We don't
want to pass the budget.
Yeah.
On the budget, when it says fiscal upturn, it means the thing that was projected, it was realized and delivered. I have the budget here, the national budget, 2023 national budget, which also has recording of the fiscal upturn for 2022. Here why it says, in 2022, this legislature passed 2,100,000 for MTA.
I disagree.
You disagree with the national budget?
But that's what we got.
No, this is what you got. That's what we're appropriating for you.
Yes, sir.
300,000. I disagree.
I'm speaking from the national budget.
Yeah.
Not draft, printed, approved. In the budget, those of you who know about budgeting, when it says fiscal upturn, it means that the one that was generated and delivered. The projection, the estimate is there, and fiscal upturn is also there.
Is that 2022 you're talking about?
I'm talking, this is 2023. 2023 is giving us update for 2022 plus 2023. The reason I ask you is because I don't want to believe that we are putting all this money in MTA and you are on oath to say you are not receiving it. And in the budget, the president and his minister of finance are reporting to us that you're receiving the money because they generated it.
You lie.
And you are on oath. In the national budget, 2022, we appropriated 2.1 million
Impossible.
for MTA. And the fiscal author says MTA received 2.1 million. In this fiscal budget, this current 2023 budget, the legislature budgeted, as was presented by the executive, 1.8 million for MTA, out of which MTA is using 1.4 million for salary and squash cards and 329,000 for goods and services. So the 1.8 million we gave you, you're using 329,000 for goods and services, 1.4 million for your salaries. Why are you not purchasing? Why are you prioritizing? What constitutes goods and services? in the procurement of goods and services, are you considering purchasing buses?
The minister didn't get the money.
Let me tell us on an oath that the president and the finance minister, that they lied, that they received the money for MTA and did not deliver, because this is the national budget printed under the authority of the president, passed by the legislature, approved. Are you saying to us on an oath that you did not receive $2 million under the 2022 budget? Question.
That what?
Are you saying on an oath that this budget the president signed, approved, printed under the authority of the president by the Minister of Finance? Are you saying that NTA did not receive $2 million in 2022 under the national budget? Question.
Well, when you say, because there was, I think last year we had the Ministry of Finance wanted to allocate 10 buses for NTA.
I think
so I don't know whether that is inclusive in that budget.
Mr. MD. Mr. MD. Please. If the Minister of Finance not giving you money, and you coming across as being grossly incompetent, and then you come here, you won't defend them for the sake of the politics, you do it to your reputation, and you will be held liable by the Senate. We passed a budget, the budget projected and appropriated $2 million in 2022 for MTA. And the budget report for fiscal
I'm a damn man saying that as
was passed. Did he receive that money as an entity? Question. What make it difficult to answer?
Honorable Senator.
Can you help me out?
Any of y'all know anything that y'all need to say?
Honorable, it's difficult to determine that based on the fact that you have to subtract salary out of that amount.
But you pay your own salary to you.
No.
You pay your own salary for your revenue.
No, we have portion of our employees.
Did you say that, madam? Hold on. Did you say that? And there was a portion of the salary being paid by government, and the salary director then you pay them for your intake?
Yeah.
Who then said it?
I said that we have in-house employees.
Mr. JJ, the tabulation you did with respect to the 3 million she said coming in, did she not say the director then pay them for that?
Yeah, the director paid them for that.
So then what were you talking about now?
What I was just saying, what I'm trying to say is, you have to subtract the NTA employees out of the 2 million that the Honorable Senator just mentioned. So when you subtract that, the difference there is what is left for, like you said, goods and services and operational costs.
So come on. Your budget for salary in 2022 was 1.4 million. Your budget for salary in 2023 is 1.4 million. In 2022, if you took 1.4 million from 2 million, 2.1 million, you will be left with 700,000. The president and the finance minister said the money we approved or appropriated to make the MTA functional, and including your salary, the money was generated and provided to you. Fiscal authority. The question, which is simple, did he receive 2.1 million? The question.
This is it. People were paid for the year.
Your budget
we cannot be able.
Did you receive your budget for last year, 2022, 2.1 million? How you broke it down with calculate later. Did you receive 2.1 million as an entity?
No, it's not a yes and no question. You know, the reason why it's not a yes and no.
It is.
Honorable?
No, oh man, wait.
Wait, oh man,
In this
wait.
theater, we ask the questions, and you answer. You don't question us. Neither do, let me finish. Neither do you ask
question you.
And the general questions are simple. The reason you're having difficulty answering is because the questions are factual. They you or they you not. When we say you, not you as an individual, we're talking about the entity. Honorable Samuel Tua and the president, they are saying in the budget telling us that you got this amount of money in the budget. Are they lying or you got that money? Yes or no? So don't say
the reason why I said that, Honorable, is finance will have to go and do their own calculation to determine how much will receive. It's hard.
Honorable Senator.
Mr. MD.
Yes, sir.
We're going close to the end of 2023. You can't tell me, and this hearing, that 2022, you don't know whether you know your budget for 2022? What was MTA budget in the national budget for 2022?
Honorable Senator.
Yes, sir.
What I want to say is that I got a call from my deputy that you want to.
I spoke to you.
Yeah, I called you. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But you told me yesterday that I had to come today, so I didn't have no time to prepare myself, me and my team. Okay. You understand me? So I was taken by surprise. Yes, sir.
You want time?
I was taken by surprise.
No, I want speeches now.
Yes, sir.
You say you want time.
Yes, sir.
To prepare yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will give you that time. I thought.
Yeah, this is hilarious. I just like to you think say that the law was being fair to them, but because he told them right after they say you are getting 2.1 million in the budget, right? He said that's not true, impossible. He said he's getting 300,000, and then the senator started to pound on it. Are you telling us on the oath that he's a whole snap? I put my foot in my mouth. So at that point, Senator didn't thought he was doing it to Sonny politics, but no, at that point he was trying to save his own butt. To me, right? That's what it was, because he knew he was going to be in trouble. Like, oh, maybe you went out there and exposed us and something. Well, you can't tell me that I exposed you if you never told me what you were doing, right? It's like a friend of yours went and lied to the parents. That happened to me before, by the way. So that's why I'm using that. Lied to the parents that he going out, right? But then he lied to the parents that he coming to your house. And then he did not tell you, Ture. And there goes the parents calling. Oh, Ture, calling your friend, is John over there? And something like that. Said, no, John's not here. You said that like, well, he said he was coming to you. And you like, now you're stuck, right? You can't say anything. Now you're trying to cover your friend butt or cover all his lies. And then, but you have already said the truth without you knowing. So that's exactly what was going on here. He didn't know. You're muted.
The truth, you say you told the truth, so the truth shall set you free.
Well, that's true, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He
but
no, in trouble.
The other truth, the man had to look at the body language of his friend.
That was so funny. When somebody help me, and the way you look at it, like you're just gonna sit there and look at it.
Then other guy who is not even the focal person, he said, "Oh, so that is a very tricky question."
Yeah.
Man, why a grown man will have to go lie on behalf of another grown person? You look at the disparity of that money. You're talking about $2.1 million.
$2.1 million, and they only got
300,000. And you only got 300,000, and you sit there.
Crazy.
What's the law for country? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like that's the thing that frustrates some of us about here, man.
You ain't getting 1.5 million, or even 1 million. You're getting 300,000 out of $2.1 million.
How they supposed to pay their employees? You know?
Right.
But the kind of country that the kind of government that he wanted telling us George and other bodies and telling
Yeah,
us,
come here,
saying,
2029.
you
Come here,
know,
the little one
you know,
that
also we
beat
should bring
them,
them back.
the little one that didn't be passion, so he will come back and destroy it more. Nah,
Is it?
God forbid.
Is it we bring them back to
deliverance
power?
and prayer. It's funny because, and then these are the people that you see want to try to undermine, you know, like I said, downplay this whole buzz thing that coming in the country. They didn't, then they make this fake video that you know the one stage or scene and say that the president was being booed and something, but then someone try to make that video, right, showing where the people jumping, you know, waving and stuff, and put a boo sign on it. I'm like, who waves? Who boo somebody and be jumping and waving while they booing doing it?
Yeah.
Like these people are so annoying to the point that you don't know how to do it. You make yourself look silly all the time with your propaganda, and you need to stop. But again, they just can't get it. They must just do something like being an opposition to me. You should hear.
It clearly tells you that some of these guys are there to serve the power be, then really have that patriotic sense for country, you know? Because how in hell you are managing director for an entity, you are under oath, you know? But you know what? I don't blame them too. Because when you lie on the oath or you try to manipulate on an oath, you know, there should be, you know, there should be consequences for lying on an oath. So but how many people you have seen go to jail or going to jail for perjury? You know, for perjury, you'll not see it because everybody buddy in that place. You know?
But you're right. How would you not know, right? A budget that you had last year. You already operated on that budget and something. How would you not know? What do you need? They didn't ask you, you spend it, you see, you spend it on expenditure, you did it 1 year. So how many percent went on? Then you said, right, I have to go look at the paperwork, right? That would make sense. But if you were giving $300,000, which you already told the Senate that you did, you know, there is no paperwork you have to go not prepared. I wasn't prepared, so it's something. It doesn't make any sense. That's the budget, and they gave it to you. That if they're asking how was it spent, every little penny, then you can say you need to go and send it on the paperwork. Right. But now, how much they will give you? Like I said to work tomorrow or next year, I'll give you 3,000. Then I gave you the 3,000 already, but you know that then when somebody else asking you, how much am I give you? Then you say, I gotta go. I wasn't prepared. What is there to prepare for? That is the budget. They're not asking you about how you spent it.
But Emil, that's how they cover up for each other. You know, that's a system that our country have been operating under for generations. So this is, you know, this is not new for the system. Right. You know, I just hope that things change for the better because we too damn old as a country. Be doing things like that, then we're surprised why systems are not working. Why is it that we're not getting funding for schools? Why is it that we're not getting funding for infant mortality? Funding and all of that stuff. So when you look at all of these things, you know, an entity that should be receiving $2.1 million. But can only get $300,000, right? Where's the close to 1,800,000 going to? What entity is that going to? Somebody's funding that to put in their pocket. That's not going for education. It's not going for sanitation. It's not going for anything. Someone putting that in their pocket to go build themselves a villa in South Africa or Ivory Coast. You know what I'm saying? People don't love that country. But this is, you know, they just want to serve and steal their own money. And that's it. But I just want to know what time it will really register to Liberian that nobody going to come and develop that country but us. Nobody gonna come and develop that country but us. If you look at it, if you look at the development index since 1847, we have not been able. Go to Guinea. I was in Guinea last year. You know what I'm saying? I was in Africa because every time I travel, I pass through these countries to see the level of development that the people are undertaking. Go see the Sierra Leone airport. The people are doing better. You see their police, well dressed. You see their army. You see all the people, you know. But like, bro, look at our police. Our police look malnourished. Then we expect them to, of course, Amy, I'm not making this shit up. The police look malnourished.
What's my button?
You know, like the police look malnourished. Then we expect them to go in hostile environment and perform miracle. Have you heard a saying that says you get out, you get out what you put in?
If the bag cannot stand, my mommy.
If the bag cannot stand, man, you can't expect somebody to go for you 100% when you're only going for that person 24% or 25%.
Oh, don't put your don't say that, because Liberian people are doing it to politicians who came in, ruined their lives, kept them in the same old state of something for 6 years, and they're still running, chasing after them.
No, put them in tabula rasa.
Yeah.
No, Buccaneers
into some what is it? Financial destitution.
Financial destitution. Enigma.
So, and then they're standing there today and telling you that those people should come back to power. So that phrase doesn't work on them at all, or Proverbs or whatever that is. It doesn't work for them because Liberians are just so used to people abusing them. Some Liberians, not all of them, are just so used to people abusing them because a lot of people had that. This whole last session was an eye opener for them, and they just don't want to experience that anymore. But most of them, it's just like when you hear these people talking, like, and sometimes you would think that the people who were helping to, or who were getting a little bit of pocket change from there, right, here and there, are the only ones. But no, some of them, like the real poor, they'll be like, I just love him. So you love them more than your country? Like, no one is saying you should hate him, right? But where do you draw the line? You think some of us hate him? We hate we are? Is that what you really think?
I think someone will love our country more. We love our country more than any individual.
Yeah, I love him as the celebrity. I love him as the greatest soccer player on the continent, one of them. I love him as a Liberian. I love him. I just don't like him being the president of my country. I just don't like him being in politics in that way. I mean, what's there to? Why can't y'all get the two? Something. Why should it have to be somebody that love him and wanna? I mean, some people. I know some of y'all something are playing politics. That's stupid. That when you don't like somebody politically, you think they should fall down and die or whatever, which is very ridiculous. You don't have to wish that on someone because you don't support them politically. You can also not like somebody politically and you like them in other places, right? That's how some of us responsibly on Liberian politics. I love Georgia. Georgia and myself, we can do all the things like, be cool, I can support Joshua on his FIFA journey, whatever he on right now, celebrate him, do whatever. On other stuff, right? But not just for the presidency. Why does that have to be me hating Amy hate Georgia because she doesn't support him to be a president? No, I don't hate him. It just and hate Simon Twell or hate or somebody else because I don't like them being in that role, politics wise, in taking that leadership role. because they never did anything good there but to loot, the country. Why can't I say I don't like them being in that role, but it should be someone else? People need to learn how to accept that in different, to try to separate it too. Somebody hating somebody, like hate you and want you to die, and not because they don't like your politics. That's what I said. I know a lot of stupid people. That's what they do, which is very stupid. Because when they talk about people's health and talk about death, to them, it shouldn't have to reach that far. Politics should not reach that far at all. But not everybody think like that, and they need to.
At the end of the day, we just chose our country over an individual.
Right.
Now we hate on any malice, but we just feel like two skill set or at least talent cannot be translated. Just because he was a great, phenomenal, footballing icon, does not mean that skill also translate to him being a great politician or political leader. And the two things can be true. They can be understood without taking it against us. Like there's absolutely none of us that hate President George Manneh, former President George Manneh. We haven't, but we just feel like he don't have that leadership skills, that oversight leadership skills to be able to, to deal with some of the complex issues that Liberia is, faced with. And we don't feel like any kind of, nothing going to change that. We tried for 6 years and we saw what happened.
Of course.
Right? So like nobody's stupid yet. Like people say, nobody's stupid yet. We are very, very, some people. We know how how these things come to play. And we don't have time to waste. People are getting
time. We are overdue.
People are getting old, and and the only place we feel like could be a very nice retirement facility for some of us is home. Because they lay money on gas. We can't, someone who don't want to leave here and retire, and God forbid, you know what I'm saying? So we want to go back home, and we just believe, that going back home will be best for us. And I think I speak for a lot of Liberians that are here. I mean, that tropical weather, Amy, that tropical weather. Why is it that when people work hard in the Midwest and on the East Coast, Amy, where do they transition? Where do they go for their retirement? Hard weather stay, right? So we want to go back home. So and going back home, we want to make sure that the country is safe. We want to make sure that all of the things that have made life easier for us,
right,
are available over there. And we will not be able to obtain these kind of things when money that are allocated to advancing, the social welfare and the well-being of the people are being sanfun.
Yeah.
In manner best known to people. Like these are things that government are supposed to solve people's problem, but government is supposed to find solution to people's problem. Are we getting it? Do not, what I mean? Government not supposed to solve, individual problem, but government need to find solution to individual problems, right? If we fail to do that, then what do we have as a country? Look at what Baga is doing. And I'm not being bankrolled by the Unity Party. I'm not a Unity Party partisan. Nobody is funding me or giving me anything. But I try to be as objective as I can be. Look at Unity Party. Look at the positive reverberation.
I would say the individual.
Of what is happening.
I always talk about the individual and not the party, because it can be another person there from who knows? It can be somebody else, right? From the CDC and does well. You do believe that, right? Like let's say for like, I don't like to make it seem like the party is the problem. I would like to think that the person heading that party, because it was Madam Salif, it was something different, right? So the person in that king chair or seat, the one who makes the final decision, they are the one that I support more, because if, okay, for instance, you say you take Mr. Cummings and put him on the CDC ticket, right? You can go by and put him on UP ticket. God forbid for president. Who do you think I would vote for to really encourage people to vote for?
Well, apparently, somebody actually brought.
I'll be that CDC ticket. I told the guy, I didn't hear the CDC. It's just the people that were there. But if Mr. Cummings is the one running that, and then he put your Koba on UP ticket, can you imagine that? I'm gonna vote for that. So it's the individual that I support most of the most. That's it's not a party. The party, like sometimes you have some good president from a party, from that same party, and you got some bad presidents. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I got you. Yeah, I mean it's it is. What is that? Why are you displaying that?
So this is the I might talk about it too. Why we on transportation? Well, this is mostly like a fishing something. Let me bring there something else I can read it. So we can. This is what is that, a boat or something? Yeah, it gotta be a boat.
That look more like
a yacht.
Yeah, like a yacht.
No, that's a fishing boat, I think.
Well, I mean, it do look like a yacht. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it's definitely bigger than it's easier than a yacht.
Yeah. It's bigger than that. Yeah. It says Liberia first fiberglass fishing vessel has officially arrived, built with advanced coated plastic technology. The vessel requires less maintenance and offers longer durability. It's measured 23 meters in length and has a capacity of 200 metric tons. According to the NAFA, the vessel is Liberian owned and will be used to boost local fishing for the Liberian markets. So that's why I'm showing it to Ray. You can look at it.
That definitely looks like a fishing boat.
Yeah, now it does, right?
Now I'm seeing it now. That's damn, man. Look at a whole country fishing boat.
So what this is something you never had Exactly. You know I had that before, right?
I tell you.
So now we got one. So all the reason why I'm showing this is that Trey, the intentionality, right, of this president to do something different.
Well, who giving free advertisement to him?
Oh boy, yes, sir. You see, my own nothing.
But Ronaldo will get Ray again.
How do you know that? Oh, there he is, Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah. So with these things in Liberia, because I don't think a lot of Liberians haven't seen this before, right? All you do is go on a low like Western and put your canoe on the water and shake in the middle of the ocean with that something. But seeing things like these happening in the country and people are, like not trying to acknowledge these things. I mean, Sure, what can we say? Like, I know we are not saying that everything is all bread and butter, like we always say here, right? We need more, and all of these things I know is being done. And from all of the proceeds from this, when it starts to work, people will start to like realize it in their everyday lives. But as something from the beginning, people would not see it and people would not feel it. And so, propagandists would feed into that. But do you think this like President Walker knows what he's doing here? Like, let's talk about this and with all of these little things from transportation to like now the fishing industry and things like that, the roads and stuff like that.
The Papa is doing things that one would have thought was impossible. I personally, I'm coming out to submit that they can obviously have a little bit of impact on everything simultaneously. While moving the country. So what the woman is trying to do, woman is trying to energize all of the sectors. That's what he's trying to do. USA seen a boat, right? That boat that came in fit 20 people. But giving that sector something, people that are excited about that, to have something to look forward to. Because obviously, something is better than nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, from that perspective, I can see what the woman is trying to do there. But yeah, let's do cross-examination of all of the impact that this woman is doing right now. Look at what I saw today by Stephen Johnson at the at LRA. There is this new technology or system that helps with navigation at the airport. That is a state-of-the-art international standard and stuff like that. That helps guide a pilot doing landing and takeoff. Right? So those things are happening. You're seeing what he's doing for the youth, SKD. Giving SKD a massive facelift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's happening. We all know what he's doing with the roads.
In Nima,
right? We saying what he doing with roads and obviously water. More Ali at water and so and all of that stuff and then the city. We're not talking about Morville, man.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Durnan, right? So there is, it might not happen that like there was some all anticipated with the rapid speed that we thought it would happen on. That's because we're sitting here and we're not seeing exactly the reality on the ground. And also we've been blinded to by the propaganda and all of the insane positional statement that coming from the opposition, all that colluding the media space. So it's hard, right? But one thing I do know though, the noise is becoming quiet. It's becoming a lot quieter now because, when development supersedes things, even your eye rival now becomes like, they didn't getting plenty now. You know what I mean? Like every day you look, the woman targeting the one. Every day you see the woman doing the one. Every day. So it makes it so hard. I mean, if you continue with that whole negative narrative and stuff like that, people look at you to be insane or crazy. Then people that are supporting you now start looking at you like, oh shoot, the cat is out of the bag. So people are really intentionally doing politics with everything. In as much we're seeing the development happening right before our eyes, and these guys are telling us how lordless the puppy is. how this puppy does not respect Supreme Court decisions, you know, how the puppy is corrupt, how this puppy is like that, how the puppy is like that. Look, I mean, we have to accept it. That indeed there are corruption and there are corrupt actors and actresses across government.
No doubt.
Right?
Nobody, yeah.
We're not going to be able to fully, you know, eliminate corruption, because corruption has been part and parcel of that system for generations. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just wake up one morning on a JMB presidency and we just turn on the switch of corruption and corruption just dies, right? It's gonna take time. Is he persecuting? Is he doing things that he should be doing when people are obviously involved with corruption and all that stuff? Yeah, he might not be doing it at the speed that some of us will actually, you know, want him to actually operate on.
Yeah, DOJ.
But again, everybody got their leadership style. You might not like it, you know. Maybe that's how he approaches things. Maybe he tried to, you know, do his leadership through nurturing, you know, maybe giving people the benefit of the doubt, maybe allowing the process to linger a little bit, and not indicting people without facts, you know. But for me, I mean, my leadership is different. My leadership is, when I say zero tolerance to anything, if your knee come and run that thing, you are gone. You know, the investigation will be done when you're already there now. Then anything that have to do with reconciliation, we can reconcile, you know, but you'll be gone. Because for me, I just believe, like, if you keep the person on the job with that kind of thing, it brings a lot of negative, you know, thing towards the administration, you know. So put that person on the back burner. That's why you got deputies and other able men and women on the ground. So you go rest. You're gonna be on salary pending investigation, right? And if you're exonerated, God bless you. You know, if not, I mean, the government is so large. There's so many ways you can put on your business. And that's why I don't apologize, or at least be so damn sympathetic to people that either they leave government job through firing or whatever. Bro, it's just a privilege. It is not your right.
Like the
You can get rid of anytime. Huh?
I feel like woman pays that.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it is for you to serve. You got close to 5.1 million librarians in our country. You think other people don't want to serve government? So it is a privilege. If you get there, they can get rid of you anytime. And you don't have to fret about it. That is just another opportunity being open for another librarian. You know what I'm saying? So it should not be something like, you know, you are destined to have for the duration. Like when I see some people that have been in government for 20, 30 years, their entire life, I just be like, dude, man, you don't get tired?
No, sir.
Bro, don't you want to explore other things in your life before you die?
But no.
Shit. I mean, I'll be damned if I serve a position that long. Means I get bored when I still on a job. I think the longest I've spent on a job is 5 years. You know what I mean? And then I leave. I go for another. I like to change, man. I don't like to be in the same place 20 years, 25 years. Nah. It's boring doing the same thing over and over. I feel like I got so many skills to do so many different things. Huh?
I say if you really love that job, the change is good.
Nah, man.
Nah. If the chin is good,
nah,
stick around. And the retirement, everything. That's what I did. I think that's what people do it because of the retirement, and you know. Well, I'm not talking about I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about librarian and whatever.
Well, now retirement, your retirement travel now from job to job now. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So if I
normal pension.
Yeah, well, give me my money. Let me do whatever I want to do with it. After all, it's just a pension anyway. You know.
Yeah. So like I was saying,
the people dying fast. They feel they say who get down wait for that retirement. Say,
I know
I know people that are feeling blowing their retirement money off.
Those like people are gonna live for 200 years.
You know what I'm saying? It's a retirement. No, but you see, I mean, it's so sad though. I mean, I've known corporate librarians, old man, and that literally like retire and die in a span of like 2 weeks.
Oh,
absolutely sad, man.
Yeah.
After working all these years, you know, and you just, you know.
Well, but yeah, leaving work right after leaving work, we try to die.
Yeah, man. You know, work all these years, man. Talking about 30 years, working high in this country and get retired and die in 2-3 weeks. And that is why, I mean, unlike white people, they take advantage while they work. They take vacation every summer. You know what I mean? Like they enjoy their money, and this is why I keep telling our brothers and sisters in the African community and stuff like that. Like they work. I mean, it's good to work, but you have to balance it, man. You need to have time to go and detox. Right? You know, take a 3 weeks vacation, man. Go somewhere, travel, go to another state. You know, go live your feet. You know, do something. But some people work all summer, all winter, all spring, all fall. You know, for 20 plus years, no vacation, no break. When you talk to them, they say, "My problem too plenty for me to take break." Your problem too plenty.
You still get that problem still for the year.
If your problem too plenty,
it haven't changed yet, right?
I try to tell them. I mean, look, man, that problem you were born with it, and you're gonna die with it because that problem not finished.
In the name of Jesus.
You know what I mean? That problem not gonna finish. Everybody dying was setting some kind of problem.
I reject that too, right? I will not claim that in Jesus' name. I reject it.
Oh.
I am not dying with no.
There will be some setting to
I
that.
refuse that.
Somebody will not be satisfied with something like
in the name of Jesus.
Somebody will not be satisfied.
Look at this, right? I was talking when I had this show by myself. I was talking about this. Yeah. Let's split it. So these
I don't understand this. This is so.
You've seen this before, right?
I've seen a lot of this. I mean, a lot of it.
So, like we said in the previous videos, we knew that
we
this level of narcotics would have exceeded the entire campfire. And we see members of the LTA are here celebrating the level of what they've done.
That woman sweet. Do you see the way woman sweet that the way DA sweet?
Oh, woman.
Woman sweet.
So today, I know they're having fun and stuff doing this job, but you know what had me concerned was that there's no masks on their faces, on their hands, on their boots, like a booties or something like that, right? And you're playing with drugs. Like, doesn't that make you feel some type of, well, don't you think they're already high from the stuff? That's why they're there singing with right in a, face like that, and they don't have any face masks and anything. They just put it in their bare hands, no gloves, nothing.
Yeah, I mean that's how we operate. I mean, unfortunately, this is something that we have consistently spoken on. But again, Labrador is not a country that manufactures gloves. I mean, you. I mean, like.
Finish it though, right?
But look at the people. Do you think people care about wearing gloves? I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's just what it is, man. You have to make the resource available for the people. I don't think coming across a department that maybe while touching these narcotic and stuff like that, because these are people with family. They got kids. You going around, out there jogging, in our drugs and celebrating and all that stuff, all that.
Come in, up in your face.
All that thing claiming they ain't going. Someone else, I ain't even think that yet, but I'll reserve that comment. And you go hang that clothes to wear the next day. You got baby in the house. I mean, there's so many ways of looking at these things, man. But you know what, man? When you have to show people better to know better. I mean, if the leader don't make these things a priority, because this will talk about protecting your employees, right? Giving them all of the necessary tools to effectively carry on their duties. And if you can do that as an entity, then you have feel your people. And while we talk about employee protection, I think we should have that in Labrador. People that is their work to protect employees, like in America.
Is that a labor ministry?
Exactly right. So, oh yeah, of course. I mean, Labrador. Everything in Labrador is a direct replica of the United States. So everything in America is there.
The Minister of Commerce, no, that's the labor ministry, I think, because they have to be something about labor law, the labor law and stuff like that, and how. So that those are the people. Like, but real though, all of this stuff that they've been picking up, you looking at that, but we're hearing other names, and all you say, anyway, you're not saying everything, you're not there on this thing, so I can hold it or what happened to the other things that we used to see. So but you said that was all we. How do you know that?
A lot of we, but you can't see it. They put spray, they put spray out. They spread it all out to to burn it.
That's a shame.
So that was we right there. There might be other unknown substances there, but everything I saw there was was dry grass, and it always seems to be like that. So yeah, I mean, the DEA need. I mean, everywhere, man. The police, the DEA.
Those are the bare minimums. Yeah, they have to do that.
I mean, only certain level of support, certain level of help.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
I was looking for one or something to play here, but maybe tomorrow now before we see that, because I'm not finding it here and stuff. But yeah, a little bit of something I seen here when President Walker said that he said, well, I think I back to that into when he was making his speech. He said he told the motorcyclists or something like that, said to engage in sustainable skills. Where dedicated when he was dedicating the buses and stuff, he said your future is not a motorcycle, right? Your children's future is not a motorcycle. And this is the encouragement you're giving people, I guess, engaging into a little driver or whatever of the buses or medicine, those other things and stuff. So yeah, so he said, yeah, the country, even though the country is hard, but he's thinking in that direction that people need to stop thinking so that's the only way they can, So, and then somebody will say, well, what are you doing? What are you putting out there for the youth to do that you're encouraging them as a government? What is it like? I know we always say that the government should do this for the youth. The government should make these things available or make the environment, conducive for youth to do things. And then sometimes when they go, the president travels, people have all sorts of things to say, right? About his travel and stuff like that. But how are you supposed to go and engage people in bringing them on in your country to make them know that your country, you're running a responsible government and, your country is ready for business on that level? And, your country is ready for laws, I think.
What? Yeah, I think you need to turn your monitor, Imana.
I don't understand. Anything playing?
Yeah, something was.
As soon as you come in, we started getting the feedback. So that.
Oh yeah, I was watching you, but before you keep probably I already. Let me tell you. Thank you for.
We have a delay too, so that might play into it.
Yeah, and people, front on those engagement and stuff. I mean, going out there to do that. And then again, there's the other part that people, I know we also want for Liberians businesses to be prioritized, right? We want these contracts to be given to Liberians and all of that. But on a fair game, though, for fair skills, which we think that should happen. But certain contract to raise, like you and I know, that certain things have got to be done. And if Liberian business, if you feel like you want this thing done in a way that you don't think they can do it, how is that supposed to be like you're not trying to prioritize your people? Because for instance, let's say you want a community road fix, right? And then you got come you going water, you're popping up. We are wrapping up for your leg, come and say, come poo.
We can just close along with you guys, no problem.
Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, and then people say, oh, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, but you're not prioritizing Liberian businesses, which is not true. But I will rather, Toure, if a road is being built, and I feel like Liberian business or people, they don't have that capacity to build that road. I'd rather people who, what are they, foreigners or not, because I want that thing to last, right? So I'd rather give it to them.
I'm switching.
Okay.
I'm switching, guy here, so I'll leave this one. Please accept me on the other side.
You're already late. You want to do plenty.
I think you, ma, please.
So, yeah,
Amen.
so that's what we're looking at here. To replay that video.
Amen. Begging to come on the show. Mr. Nothing has changed.
Let's hear you, Jure.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so no, I don't. I even lost my chain of thought. But
let's go to Morris and maybe Morris were watching us, right?
I mean, I literally just got this. I literally just got distracted when Mother said, "Let me change my gadgets." But
he tried to come on, but it's not coming on, Emmanuel. I seen you, but you're not showing. Mr. Davis tried to log on to the same thing. I don't know. But go ahead, Morris. Let's see.
Yeah, quite frankly, I wasn't really monitoring you, but I know the boss, the 35 boss was one of the discussions. So I'll just get back on that. Yeah. So it really shows how desperate our people are. They display 35 boss. We have an institution that got 2 boss. Even the 2 boss, only one was functioning. Here, a government in less than 2 months, in less than 2 years, they got 35 bosses. So let's say somebody even boo. Is that something for you to even run with, to sit on the platform to even discuss? Let's say for
I mean, I said nobody was booing. They staged that thing.
Yeah, but the thing is that even if somebody boo, is that something for you to also? So what are they booing for? They don't want a boss. Is that what they're booing? Or I don't get it. But the thing here is that look, development will suffocate certain people. It would suffocate so many persons in this country. It will suffocate them. Because you see, when you're in the heat, you say you're not in the kitchen, you say you're not in the kitchen, the heat will suffocate you. Let them keep saying nothing has changed, because it will just be like making mockery out of your own self. And that's what I kept telling you and everybody. There are certain things, don't just waste time. Don't waste your time on it. If somebody say they want to see the sun and they close their eye, how are you going to help such a person to see the sun? Because if you keep telling the person, hey, look at the sun up, you waste your time, waste that person's time, and waste every other person that are looking at you or listening to you. Don't waste your time. Yeah. This old man, in less than 2 years, what he has done as much as we expected more. But looking at where we came from, we just got to say we are grateful. Imagine if we had not made such a mistake in 2017.
Oh, man.
Then they got the audacity talking about they want to come back. They put him ATS on picture on Facebook and stuff like that, talking about, look, Plato said, if you want to know a true leader, see the people that surround that leader. You will know who that person, whether that leader is a true leader. You think President Bouaka will be talking, somebody standing talking about Baku? So sometimes you don't blame. It just. But let me give it to. Whole country president speaking. There's somebody standing on, and one of the officials talking Baku. How you think people would even take the country serious?
And everyone else.
Yeah.
Dr. Sama, Mr. Ture, and the Marshall Territory. I love what you said when I came on. You were talking about the president said, people should transition from where they are to a better one, because what they have is not the future. That's a good thing.
Motorcyclists.
Yes, I think that's a good statement. The only problem that I have with it is the action that's supposed to be followed. And this is how that's just a recommendation. The government don't have to do it, but in my opinion, in that case, they should invest in the youth in a way that they will transition. There are 3 heavy-duty schools in Monrovia and several other light-duty schools. Why, if we say, okay, send the children a keke rider, a motorbike rider. Let's send them to let give scholarship to those heavy duty schools and the light duty schools, so that when ArcelorMittal is hiring, they will not hire Ghanaian to drive their trucks. So that if Western Cluster is hiring, will not hire Nigerian to drive their trucks. That they will have to be hiring Liberians who are already in the driving field. I got two of my brothers who went to Western Cluster and they couldn't drive their big trucks and their buses. Now they want to go to the heavy duty schools. People are charging them a amount that they can't afford.
Yeah.
Looking up to me to help them to do it. You know, the point I'm saying, you can use that means to transition them. That would be, it might take them away from the motorbike and the keke to lead to a truck or to a bus, and later on they can transition from there. You know, it's a good thing what the president is saying. I'm just saying maybe this simple. I'm telling you, I'm not saying it. You know, I'm not saying he's compelled to do it, but at least maybe everything I suggested to the president, you say, okay, since that is the case, let's do it like this. Let people
for human something resources development. Yeah, he's
right. You know, we got
that's a good recommendation that he can.
Maybe at the MVTC they can include driving there. They have a duty and light duty driving. Now we complain that we're hiring foreigners, but most of our people don't know how to drive BB trucks. So you don't expect a man to get a truck and he's sitting there because it's a Liberian job and Liberian are not qualified to do
it. Doesn't work like that.
And you know, I'm sure if we have those motorbike boys in Red Light and Douala, if we have about 10, 20 of them are truck drivers, you don't see them on motorbike in Red Light again. They will transition to either ArcelorMittal or maybe Beer Mountain or maybe Western Cluster. You know, they will go out there. So let's see if that can happen. I love it that the president is thinking that way. That those are around him suggested to him and see whether it will help. Because you already got MVTC, you investing in MVTC. And, you know, so that's everybody will not be carpenters, everybody will not be mason, everybody will not be maybe whatever they're doing there. The PPY and they say POP. You can maybe introduce driving there too. Maybe it might help because most of the people are already in the traffic. And I just one suggestion I want to look at the issue of poor people. I don't want to waste our time on that thing. I think that politics like brain thing will not change from here.
What's that?
No, the one brother Mario talking about poor booing. I think that politics. It doesn't make sense to me. When I waste our time, they're not going to help.
I don't hear that anymore.
So let's see, because there's some people who listen to us right now, they may not pay, not many people will be following us, but one person will one day sit and get things go, they think the president, they can suggest it to the president. So for me, that's not no suggestion. Let the president pay attention. Let the president try to invest in that driving business. I think it might take few people from the street and take them to the trucks that the Ghanaians are driving for Western Cluster and Beer Mountain there. And that's just my suggestion on that point. That's a way to move forward. That's a way to move the youth from the street. You know, that's another way. Another thing too, the jobs the president get farm. Let the president encourage his people, like what they were doing in the 80s, that all the ministers should at least have a farm. That's another way to move from the street. Let it for instance.
Do you think the Liberians now they see agriculture as something lucrative, or you think they still have that mindset of farmers being or the poor people?
I think it's lucrative. Look at the case of
not you now. We're talking about the people that we're trying to find jobs for, because mind you, we may be sitting on these platforms advocating for places that they can, have jobs. But most of them are actually looking at government jobs, right? So places that for me, you and I know it is, and that we feel like people, those areas can really change people's lives. But the mindset of our people, right? Not everybody loves to do those work. They look at it as, it's not cute enough or sexy enough or whatever enough to, so for young man like me or young girl like me to go and do it. And as I even listened to a family member of mine was talking about a friend, she was trying to encourage her friend to do some business, and something this girl said she was ashamed to do business, but she rather, I don't mean to sound, but sleeping with married men or men to get money.
You
And
know,
that had my mind
just a slave queen. Just a slave queen.
And that and Emmanuel, that had my mind like, you know, I was confused, right? Twisted. I'm like, wait a minute. You see, you empowering yourself, like making your own, doing your own business. You look at that to be something shameful, but sleeping with men, especially married men, that is something that is, you know, more appealing to you. That's not something shameful. That's not something you should be trying to stay away from, but to empower yourself. So, you know, all I'm trying to say that is the mindset of some of our people, like we hear and that got us twisted and wrapped up. We don't even know what to think about it and something. When all these things start to happen, people with the agriculture and stuff like, and thank God, right here. There's, you know, Cindy, if you're watching the show, Cindy has a farm. Big old farm. Cindy cannot get people. He try to pay people for his to go there to something. Those people don't even want to work there. He had to come for your counter Emmanuel Grangy there.
Yeah.
He had to come to Nima and all places there to get workers there.
Yeah. That's true. Most of our workers
paying $150,000. So I mean, and that's jobs. So all of these jobs, all the people that use, they're not working, they're not something. Would they be willing to do those jobs?
That's what I'm saying now. Says Amy, what you're saying is true. I have a testimony to that. I'm a testament to that.
Mm-hmm.
People that are working in my county, majority of them, they are either Burkinabe or people from Nima or people from Bon County.
Mm-hmm.
Our people in our country, most of them are not doing it. That's true. But the point I'm saying, let's get to it on a larger scale.
Mm-hmm.
What is Nigeria's size when it comes to population? So we can't use that. In my opinion, I'm not saying you are wrong. I don't want it to be a point to put, because they were not going to it. Who are those working on Thomas Fala farm? They're not Thomas Fala doing it. Who are those working on the president farm? They're not president doing it. There's several other people who have farms. They are not foreigner. They are not foreigner alone working all day. So what I'm saying, if we encourage our ministers, our directors, the way they are doing it, that green revolution, where they say everybody should go and make farm, I think we're gonna have few people living in the street. You know, not everybody will go. Like right now, you invest in the driving. Those who want to drive, they go there. You invest in farming. Those who want to do the farming, they go there. Like that, bit by bit, if there are 100 persons in the street, I'm sure by the end of the day, you might have 80, you might have 70. Maybe 30 people already go out there to go do driving or go to the farm. They are going to create jobs. You know, what you're saying, I told one of my friends about farming, or female as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I was trying to introduce them to certain things that were happening in Bongo that I was trying to do. And the person can't tell, I will go do farming. I beg you, I'd rather say I go than to go farming. I know how it sounds like to them. So I was sitting there, I couldn't understand how they were thinking. So what you're saying is true. Some people don't like certain things. She said she want to sell coal rather than going on the farm. The other person is saying, I'd rather, even not sell coal, I'd rather go slay and go to the club every day and see somebody will help me. Some people have way of thinking, but if you look at a few of them, you're not get the way you're supposed to get. Remember, there were several people who will be president in Labro, and Joseph Boakai became president because many people voted for him. So few people object to it, but I'm sure few people also accept it. You know, that's just my opinion.
Okay, let me come in for a second. So everything you just said over there, it's absolutely, everybody is correct. This is the thing. Even in these great United States, right? America imports skilled laborers, right? America with all of our advancement in technology and all of that, one would actually think that they have all of the skill set required for people to really fill in whatever job they got, right? But that's not true. You know, every year America brings in almost 50 to 25,000 skilled laborers across the world, especially from India, you know, and South Korea and places like that. Even the male guy, there's this orange man behind the Muslim band, Donald J. Trump. You know, he got rid of certain group of people, the South Korean, you know, and guess what? He had to bring them right back because the Americans are not really skilled to do this job. They don't have the skill set to do this job. So I get it. People in Liberia, you know, they might have certain sort of, you know, issue with migrants getting these opportunities. But if the government fail now to actually, you know, build institutions like MVTC that I visited the last time, and it seems to be absolutely empty with all these big facilities, but you don't even see the student. If you see the student, you only see few students. So how do we motivate people to get into these institutions? That's another thing too. Because a lot of times government will build these facilities and leave these facilities grossly underfunded. I mean, you know what I mean? So when you're going to get people into these things, make sure you got all of the tools, all of the resources necessary to keep them there. You know, so that is on government. People talk about, oh, we build these structures. Yes, those should be buildings, right? But are you motivating people to go there? Are you motivating? Are you incentivizing, you know, their stay? You know, because if you're going to bring somebody there and you don't have any kind of feeding program, you know, that will keep them there, that in itself is a problem. Because some people may sit on the fence and say, but that is their own problem. If government build resources and they fail to go to these schools and acquire, you know, knowledge that can obviously be catalyst to their self-determination, and they fail to take advantage of the opportunities, it's on them. Well, I tell you what, you, my friend, you are absolutely wrong. You know, because every society, every country that want to make that strive, they need a vibrant and absolute, able and ready labor force. So whatever you need to do, don't say, oh, we're building the institutions, but people are not coming to attend, we're doing that. You need to find a way to motivate them into this classroom. Whatever you need to do, incentivize, they are coming. You know, see, we're going to have breakfast program, you know, because I remember during our refugee days, my dad was an instructor at GTZ in Gigedu.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Right. So GTZ is a German, you know, right, exactly. So GTZ had a program where they had a feeding program. You know, you go there, the people got breakfast, they may enter there, you eat, then you go for a training. You go there, those that are going for the afternoon program, they had dinner for them. So when you do that, you're encouraging people, and they were able to actually produce a lot of diesel drivers, mechanical engineers, you know, or people that are doing welding, people that were my dad was teaching electricity, you know. So people got skills, and so many people started working in Guinea. So when they started literally working for the Guinean electric corporation, they call Sotelgi. Like, so not only are you not like utilizing your skill in your country, but you're actually utilizing a foreign country. You know, so government need to find a way to motivate people to get them there. If not, they will rely on foreign labor, because you got these things, they have to be operational. And if you can't get people to do in your country, you have to get foreigners to come in. So that is just my take. So people will obviously have to absorb foreigner working immediately, but government should find way.
Yeah, Sheku, let me. I'm sorry, Tire, I'm sorry. Let me.
You know, in a year or two,
I don't want to say
be able to.
I want to say I want to so that you end with it. You're talking about job. You know, there's something people can say. They say competence meets opportunity, yield good result. If you overlook why you're supposed to learn today, to say, oh, if I want to do it, and I say, what kind of job? If you are not competent, and I've told most of my friends who are beyond CDC and Unity Party, don't put you thinking beyond. If they come to power today and you are not prepared, I do not put you doing that work. So you rather the voice in Shegu is mad gonna why couldn't you Shegu for man? Sorry, Ture, please forgive me.
Man, you good old bro.
I can be on one platform because Stay Put is run by one guy called Shiku, so I just used to your name. You know?
We good.
Yeah. So when you don't learn it now, if you're not competent today, and the opportunity come, you miss it. So always take the chance to always be competent, be ready for it.
Yeah.
You know, so let open those fields. Let the little job think about GTZ. Those who want to do GTZ those days, maybe they were not working at that time at that refugee camp. Somebody are benefiting from it today.
Oh, of course.
You know, so you may not have to join immediately. I'll talk to one of my little cousin. You are asking me, oh man, I want to go do airline ticketing, but if I go Labrosse, I'll get a job. I said, Brenda, you may not have the job, but guess what? The experience you get today, tomorrow, the Labro open up, and you are there, you might likely be one of the people that will be looking up to.
Oh, absolutely.
My little brother did aquaculture. At the time, he was the only person when Helen took them to Ghana, Nigeria. Everybody was doing the message me out. In fact, he was the only person on that program that did aquaculture. Today, he's working. He's the only person working. Most of his friends, one of the few.
Oh, yeah.
So, do the special things that you don't see now that you should do. Then tomorrow, when they come, you'll be the special one. You know, so I don't know.
Absolutely, you are 100% right about that. Like the saying goes, it's good to be prepared and not have opportunity than to have opportunity and not be prepared. So go ahead and take advantage of all of this one thing. But yeah, Morris, come in.
Yeah, but you know, I listen to you guys, right? I think, yeah, you guys are all on the same page. But there are a whole lot of factors to this too. Sometimes we have to look at the origins of our problem, of starting problem for you to be able to solve the problem. We have a country where sometimes when people born, by the time they're born today, they already decide what to do. Until they die, if they not do that thing, they would never do something else. That is how the country look like. And I've always said this, right? I said, there's a saying that says, I'd rather change to succeed than have my own way and fail. What I mean? I'd rather change to succeed than have my own way and fail. What I mean? If you wake up, you say, you know what? America, I must go to America. 20 years, 25 years, you think, oh, you can't go to America. You can't even go Guinea. You refuse to go Guinea, and you can't go America, you can't go Guinea. Because you're bent on going to America, and you can't go to America. That is how the country is. People go to school, they just go to school, decide to do something, particular thing. Until they die, if they can't do that stuff, they can't do any other thing. We have a country where people think that I graduated from high school, I'm a college student, I can't be a security officer. They cannot be a security officer, they can be minister, and they can be a security officer. The security officer job is there, they can't do it. Somebody feel that because I graduated from college, I can't do business, I must work in the office. You can get an office job and you cannot sell in the market. This is how the country looking. And on the other side too, people bully people a lot. A classical example of myself. When I looked, things were, the country was hard, no job. What I decided, I first decided as a daily hire to Freeport. From there, we used to go stand until we used to make our way to Freeport. From there, I started daily hire at the embassy. From there, I started as a security officer. But guess what? With all these things, I will go do the work. I will go run around beyond the security job. When I come out, from my own friends, they'll be bullying me, my man, security job, intercom. Where the devil? Until I make my way through the security job at the embassy, I worked for several years, resign, got employed fully with the embassy. While they still turning around, still sitting on their tight board. Because people feel that they can't do certain things. Look at our university students. The man feel that by the time who told you that by the time he got a degree, that means you qualify to work certain areas? Who told you that? That's the problem. Because even most of us that come to America, yeah, when you can't, maybe you did engineering, when you come to America, you feel that, you know what, I got to transition. I gotta find my way somewhere, in finding something else to do. But Liberia, the government has its own part to play. But even the people themselves, the mentality of the people there is so hard to deal with.
Yeah, Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Morris, I totally agree with what you are saying, right? Is that sometimes you have to, how do you call this? You have to make yourself available for the prevailing opportunity.
Opportunity,
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's there at that particular time,
mm-hmm.
right? I mean, obviously, we will all have our preferred, career that we really want to do, but due to circumstances, and you are a responsible man, you don't want to be a liability to society, and you have to take care of your family, you have to take care of your aging parents and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Desperate times calls for desperate measure. You have to take opportunity, whatever it is, and then when opportunity open up, then you can go back to your preferred, career path.
Exactly.
I have a degree in public relations in this country, but am I working in the field? No.
Not exactly.
But do I go to my job that I'm doing now, looking at myself as a career PR guy? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I might be doing something different because I'm not going to say because I've not gotten that lucrative PR work that I really need.
That you went to school for.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So you're absolutely right. But our focus is that you, Morris, right now, right? You start a company. You need a coder, somebody who codes, right? Computer coding.
Right.
This is something that is now prevalent in Liberia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, are you going to wait for somebody in Liberia that don't have that skill set, or you would like to import some Chinese from China that spend a whole day just coding and decoding and all that stuff? I'm pretty sure you're going to go to China and get these people in. So government now is almost like jobs needs to get done. It is government responsibility to create opportunity for its citizens, right? And as you create the opportunities, you're gonna get a pushback from citizens because they're seeing foreigners driving those vehicles and driving those trucks and stuff like that. Obviously, like the B Mountain and the other big one in Nimba in Lamco, how do you call it? Anzilti, whatever the name is. You can see the truck drivers. Yeah, you know what I mean? You can see the truck drivers and be like, but I'm pretty sure Liberia should have some truck drivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we definitely can see we do have truck drivers in our country. But is government making it mandatory when you go to these, contract negotiation and all of that stuff that look, yeah, we're gonna have this. You can bring an engineer in other field, but anything that have to do with transporting and all that stuff has to be Liberians. That is a contract government have to enforce and sign it and make sure that it is. But our country, Morris, we have failed to do these things. We don't even hold people accountable on a contract that they even sign, right? That you have a senator in Nimba County. What that senator needs, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Coming on and saying all of these things that people have not even upheld or contract that they signed. How disgraceful that could be, bro. Somebody's exploiting your natural resources on a contract that is signed or social responsibility that is signed for those people in that place. And they're not up, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Toure, it's really hard to because every company, your first concern is your KPI. That's why you focus your attention to your KPI, your key performance indicators, right? The first thing, most of us, and this is sad to say, but that's a sad reality. Most of us are not disciplined. Most of us are not disciplined. When I mean most of us, now I mean Liberians in terms of work, ethic. We're not disciplined. And somebody got a company, they want people. Look. I remember Bob Johnson, the loaning scheme thing they started. Do you know that the first batch of people that created, they put money, they didn't pay. Some of them run away, they didn't pay. The first batch of people that created, they put money, they didn't pay. So that's the first thing. And we have a country where people think that because I'm a college graduate, or I got masters, I can go learn plumbing, or I can go learn. I'm not supposed to learn trade. I'm not supposed to learn, because you see people come from, even though that is a requirement for you to do a law course, for you to go to law school, you got to get first degree. That's the requirement. But take for the fact that people even can be an economist or they did banking and they decide to do law, it means they're trying to transition just in case the prevailing circumstance prevail itself. They were able to navigate their way through. But we have a country where people feel that you can't. Let me go to some countries, say women are plumbers, women are electricians. Some countries, women are carpenters. You see people who are carpenters, they are well educated, they are college students. So we also have to consider the self-discipline. Sometimes most of the companies, sometimes they are constrained to take foreign. I'm not sure any company will come to a country, foreign country, will not want to employ more people in that country that understand the country, that live in the country. Because if you hire foreigners, you're going to pay them more. But there are a whole lot of things. The mindset, our mindset is so contaminated. It's just hard to talk. It's hard. It's pathetic. Seriously, we don't have the discipline.
I knew you were going to call.
Okay, so so that's what I keep talking about. Bringing a job is another thing, but will people be disciplined enough to do these jobs?
Exactly.
Will not be looking at themselves like they are too big for this, they are too big for that, and after that's another thing too that we.
Amy, I'm not even cutting you. In 1 second, right? I was working somewhere. I don't want to call the place. I was working somewhere. Every day, people just go to work. Anytime they leave, they come. We got these new supervisors. We'll have these new supervisors. The man said, as of today, when you come in, you clock in, you write your name before you go. People have serious problem with that.
Yeah.
So we're not disciplined.
Because they want to do the shortcut.
Yeah, but for me, the point I'm saying, a few people have the opportunity. The thing about it, those who have the opportunity right now, they don't know the importance of it.
Yeah.
So if we get the opportunity of many other people, in my opinion, it will reduce the space of unemployment.
What do you mean by giving opportunity to people?
The recommendation what I'm making, you have to introduce new skills to your MVTC. MVTC, you got carpenters there, you got mason there, you got tailoring there. Can we introduce driving there? Since almost everybody in the traffic and they're doing, most of our employed youth are people who are doing other motorbike or keke. That they already in the traffic. They're already in the traffic. So maybe if we introduce driving, I'd rather go do trucking and to move away from the motorbike, or to move away from the keke. So
but they got a lot of driving schools in Liberia.
Yeah, but it's expensive. I just said it here. I got two of my brothers who want to go there. It's expensive.
He's saying to give for the government to get scholarships.
Yeah, this way the government did MVTC they get cheaper. Maybe they can introduce that driving to MVTC will be cheaper. But the private schools are expensive to go. You got to go know when you're in truck driving already make money. So they're not giving it to you for less. That's what I mean. Driving myself, I went to school in abroad. I went to driving school. One of the schools, I don't know what the senior assistant said, used to be to bypass there after the police station before getting to Ministry of Health there. What they call it maternity center. Right there opposite the Kenya village, where Judy Andy girl village. There was a driving school. That's what I went to.
And where is that? You said Bob? bypass?
Yeah. Capital bypass, yeah. After the distinction.
I thought that Kenny, I think, was on the Rafi Highway. How is it?
Yeah, they got a cultural village right there too. They got a one right in the town there.
Oh.
Like you did Andy type gap, yeah, but like do you ever the Kenny one and they try to rebuild it in that place? A cultural village. They should have one cultural village. I think it's still there. They still have it very tight, yeah. Very tight, small place. You know, opposite that place. I think they call it Suda or something like what they call it. So there are several driving schools there. But what I'm saying, Mr. Kasama, even that driving school before I went there, a friend of mine in America at the time sent me money to go there. So there are other people who want to go to driving school now, but they don't have the money.
Yeah,
so if we make it like a government project to say, you know, happy, let's see who want to do it. In my opinion, will help to take people from the street, you know.
They should do that too. And then, like you said, the farming team too, agriculture, and see who would want to. And if the ones who don't want to do this thing, then we will see that you can't be complaining about people not creating jobs.
Right, you have no job.
Because you're picking and choosing a job you want to do. And, you know, if it's not available at that point.
Exactly. And some people think that they must get a job in Monrovia. If they can't get a job in Monrovia, they can't get a job no other place.
Yeah, that's where the farming income and decentralizing and all those people who are in Monrovia now, who all came from all the counties and got that place over, oh my God, over Crowley.
Right.
They need to go back.
Like what Emmy is saying, right? In your house, you got several food in the fridge, right? If somebody looking at the fridge and they say they are hungry, you're not blaming yourself because the food is there. So what I'm saying, if the opportunities are available and somebody come out to run and say, oh, no job, then on them. But right now, if they say no job, what do you have? The man can do that to drive, like the next skill he has that to ride motorbike. And I think government give him motorbike job to people. so they're gonna say no job. But if the government say, you know, I've been saying I say no job, you go drive. Resident Coastal need drivers. Yeah, Mountain need drivers. How you call them? Accelerator need drivers. You know, even some other ministers, they need drivers. They need good people who will drive. The buses the government bringing, you think we'll drive it? I see like more will be driving it. At jobs. So in fact, those buses, one person will have to drive one bus. Some buses will get 2-3 drivers. That is for instance, suppose the bus is going to Maryland. You expect that one man to sit down on his back all the way to Maryland, he might get tired, he might fall asleep. So, they had a system in Araco. Somebody got three drivers, somebody got 4 drivers. And they run through certain place, you tired before the other one get there. That jobs. But right now, if you say, let's put the driving position up, how many people in Monrovia right now have that skill? They don't have it. So say you bring in buses now, introduce that one, that heavy duty driving to the various schools that we have, the little technical schools we have. You know, we got WVTC on 12th Street. It used to be at Tottenham Hub. I went there. They were the electronics. There was a technical school there. We get AVTP, the same thing. So I introduced the thing into, and it will actually help. Not everybody will have to be in office. Yeah, I know not many people want to even be in offices because if they want to be in office, they will not be sitting on a motorbike and be riding in the dust. You know. So that's what I was saying, Mr. Kasama. I'm not saying no schools there, but I'm saying people can afford it, in my opinion. You gotta have few people who want to do it. I got one of my little brother went to Beer Mountain, and that Beer Mountain, wherever he went, they both gave him a bus. He couldn't turn the bus around. He can't drive. They can only drive a taxi and jeep. He can't drive the bus. And they wanted a bus driver, and then when he couldn't drive the big buses, so he came back home. You know, that opportunity passed him.
So man, truck driving can be maybe the regular driving can be part of it, but truck driving can be because truck driving is a special cause. Sometimes you gotta spend money. Money brings money. You know, yeah. Truck driving is a different kind of training. You know.
Yeah. But they will bring fire service trucks. Right now, the government is bringing many things that, like I said, if they invest in it, will boost them. See all the fire trucks they're bringing in a truck. You know?
Yeah, but But the people got special training to drive the fire service truck.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The special training should be introduced to our low vocational schools that we have now. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm saying the same thing. Because you bring fire truck now. Let's say, for instance, the government bring 100 fire trucks. Every county will have fire truck. Who is going to drive them?
But Emmanuel, you know that most of the companies, they don't just hire somebody because you're a truck driver. They too gonna train you. They gotta make sure you actually a certified truck driver before they put you on the truck.
Yes,
they get their own training. They can train you too. Most of the companies, those big companies, they can train you as a truck driver before they even give you their truck to drive.
That's what I'm saying. But
the only thing is that to get a job is what matters. But the point here is that you got to start from some, because the fact that you can even drive, you go there, sometimes they can train you as a truck driver for the company.
I agree. For the even try you, they will try you first to see whether you even know how to drive it.
Exactly.
They even have to try you first to know whether you can even move the truck. When you move the truck, how do they train you? They're not going to waste their time to study from ABC, but at least you must have the skill. Then they can tell you now how they want you to do it their way.
Right.
I was in the trucking in Liberia. I was in trucking in America. I mean, you see the cab I using that one of the trucking schools one of the trucking company I drove for in America that I kept here, even though I'm not there again. But even after I went to the trucking school, spent $6,000, went to trucking school, and when they put, they have to train me again.
Yeah.
You know, but if I didn't go to truck school, I go there, now even get waste time to hire me in the first before they even train me.
Yeah.
So let's introduce it. Then the company can try to brush them up and take them. One truck need more than one driver, especially in Liberia. Because of the roads we have, the distances, they want you to spend 2 hours on, you can spend 3 hours on some part of Liberia. So you need more than one driver on one truck. This actually open our country, or it will help. Like when I think about Ivanka Atlantic, HPS, people that coming introduce the railway. You think if you don't have anybody that doing locomotion in Liberia, you think they'll bring anybody to drive their machines? They'll go for Guinea, go for Sierra Leone, go for Nigeria, and we'll be right there again. They will be working.
They'll be complaining.
They'll be complaining.
But some of these things, right, Brother Emmanuel, I know like the government cannot put everybody in school.
I know.
Those things have to be, it can only be few people that get scholarship to do that. Those things have to be investing in yourself.
Right.
If that's something you want to do and something that I wish they even trades and stuff like that, they don't, they can get scholarship here and there to do stuff, but they're not something to give you career. No. They can only make those companies that will come in, the jobs that be available. You will feel like you want to do this thing, you invest in yourself and go get the training for you to get hired. But so they think about what we something the government to do this to make those things available, like they will have choices to want to, but for the government to be the one to send them to school and do the one, and for them to be ready. I think that's a lot for the budget we had to be putting stuff to that, because that's not what other people who got the big budgets, they don't do that. So we who don't even have much of that, I don't think we expect that from so this time now. So yeah, like but how people has come, most of them have come to, I don't know how they got there, or if it has always been like that, to think that the government is supposed to do everything for them.
The government has to do everything.
Yeah.
But
the government can only help you in certain states to get you certain places.
Right.
Those that be available.
Yeah,
you yourself that has to make yourself something, but you get, I ain't got no money to go to school. I ain't got no money yet. I ain't do that one yet for my children. I ain't need that one yet.
Let's look at what I'm saying, right? Amy, where you are, you got some of your friends, most of your friends, like, I'm not saying some of them, but you got all of your friends who you keep all together. The school are there. Were they all willing to go to school? But the school are there, right?
Yeah, you better go to school.
Yeah, but
it's mandatory. It's mandatory.
No, let's take it from
it's mandatory for you to send your child to school.
Let's get from America, I think, or in Liberia. Some people in the school were there, they did not go to school. The school were there, but they did not go to school.
But you see,
I don't think any of my friends that had choices to not go to school 4, 5, 6 years.
Okay, but you see,
I don't think they had any choice.
the difference is
at this age now, yeah, then you can stay or whatever, but no.
The difference is illiteracy is a curse on a country, right? If you have a country like the stage Liberia are right now, if you look at a ratio of people that can read and people that can read, obviously you know it is astronomically high for people that can read compared to people that can read. And this is 2025. You know, the revolution that birthed education being a universal human right? Have been almost 100 years ago.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the West though, but if you looking at it from Africa, you know, on who's president or on who presidency, on who presidency in Liberia that really gave native people the opportunity to go to school.
You come in with it, didn't answer that again.
No, I mean, but it's part of our history. I mean, we can't avoid that. It's part of our history.
But what's the correlation there to what we are saying?
Well, the correlation is anything we do in government, at least people in leadership, right? Is you have a certain level of intentionality, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at Tobo is attributed, at least a lot of people attribute Tobo presidency to the fact that he opened doors for minority group, or at least people that were not given certain opportunity in the country. And you could say the same thing about America here too.
And look what happened to him.
So people went through these things. So education became so prevalent and so accessible to everybody across Liberia under President Tobo's regime. That is a historical fact.
They killed him soon.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of native people went to school, obtained degree, not only in Liberia, but outside of Liberia. He sponsored a lot of them to even travel out of the country. You know? So at the end of the day, if Tobo did that because Tobo wanted to bring about an economic system, he wanted to expand the Liberian economy.
Right.
And to do that, when you're expanding an economy, you have to approach it with all hands on deck. Right? We saw this guy in Ethiopia. Right? Ethiopia economy is the biggest economy in Africa right now.
No kidding.
The biggest economy in Africa right now. And that economy, Amy, it did not take 20 years. It's not even 20 years. You know what I'm saying, right? So, and how did he do it? Again, intentionality, right? You have to dream it. When you dream it, you lived it, and become a reality.
You practiced it.
Right? So, at the end of the day, we can say all of these things. But in government, the responsibility is not to solve every problem, right? But you have to find solution to every problem, right? When people are not going to school, how do you motivate them to go to school? That's why America, you must get that high school diploma no matter what.
You like it or not.
You like it or not. If you decide not to go to trade school, that you're Benin. If you decide not to go to college, that you're Benin. But that high school, man, you must get it. If you don't send your child to school, you'll get in trouble for it.
You refuse you refuse to get it. At certain point in time, they will force you to call it GED.
You will get it some other way because it is tangible to you getting job.
Yeah.
You know, so the post said it in that way that there's no way you have to go get that degree. You know what I mean? If you decide to go for higher education around that, Benin. But Liberia, we don't have that. And the reason why we don't have that, because people in high places have not seen that as a priority. Because they don't care about the future. They don't care about expanding the economy. You know what I mean? You know, like look at places like Ghana. They will surprise. Why is it that, you know, all these Google things are going to Ghana? Or look at Rwanda, a country that is a landlocked country. They don't even got seaport, you know, but they're able to bring foreign investment in our country. Why? Because science and technology have become their thing. They sort of come to Silicon Valley, so they are, you know. Do you know right now, Audi or German company or German car manufacturing company have a plant in Rwanda? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's no magic about this. You just have to be intentional as a leader.
My daddy
and this what you're gonna do. You do it and you try to innovate. A lot of people say, "But it took that guy 20 years plus to be in power." Yes, so be it. Because I have always said this. I don't think democracy is part of our portion as a continent.
Somebody popped up on my computer a few days ago, and that was a story that somebody was writing. Ethiopia, it was Ethiopia. I just reminded. You know that Ethiopia doesn't have the ocean. They are a landlocked.
Yeah.
But they have the best maritime school in Africa.
Maritime?
Yes, they don't have ocean, but they have the best maritime school. How will you say? How will you invest in Ethiopia today? You don't have ocean. But guess what?
For what?
And they have one of the best marine force in the army. Even though they don't have ocean. So the point that anyway, he said it, it just came to my mind. A few days ago, I was thinking about it, but how do people don't have ocean and investing in ocean side?
Yeah, things I gotta do with the waters.
Right. Why are they investing in ocean side? They don't have ocean. You know, so let's straight say it's true. Get ready for it. Even though I don't know whether they'll ever get ocean.
Never.
But you know,
I want it again.
They have ocean from the beginning.
There is no self-made ocean thing. You can do a self-made river.
Right. From the beginning, they have ocean because at the time they had Djibouti and Eritrea, those countries that came out of there.
Those broke away, right?
Yeah, they were. That was their ocean states, but they broke away. But the point is, even with that, they still function. They still invest in their ocean science. The point I'm saying is that if you don't invest in it today, if you're not prepared for it, if you are not intentional about it, you will not get a result from it. You know, let Dre is saying, you know, you don't go to school today. You in America, you say you want to go to high school. Tomorrow, before you get certain thing done, you have to do GED. They'll send you back to school.
But you know, the thing here is that it's good that you talk about Ethiopia. Look, I don't think Liberian problem right now is illiteracy. People can read, and because people can read and write. I don't think there's a problem right now. Maybe years back that could be the problem, but right now, no. I think right now
it's not just reading and writing.
Yeah, I think right now the problem with us in that country is the mentality, is the mindset. And it's good that you talk about Ethiopia. These countries, they are different. Ethiopia is a country where the citizens themselves contribute hugely to the development of the country. Ethiopia is a country where, say for instance, let's say the whole West Point. If West Point is a community, the citizens themselves contribute. If they have to carry electricity to that area, if they have to carry road to that area, they will do it. That's Ethiopia right there. Are we even prepared to do that? No, we're not. And I was telling the last time, this very sure I was saying, I said, if Ethiopia, you can't even change. You don't have money changers on the street changing money. The brother said, no way, they can change money everywhere, this and that. But I know he just wanted to say something. So this is how the people in our country, but for us in Liberia, no. We think everything in the country about politics. Those countries got political party. They go to election, they campaign. But right after that election, the country comes first. But for us, from day one, we are divided from day one to day 10. Because the government, there's no way government can do everything. The only thing that government can do, government can make the enabling society for people to be able to do whatever they can do. And you know, the train, even the truck training talking about, no, the government will not yet provide, because those companies, they have to train their own. Even in America, yeah, truck, the insurance alone sound like $3,000 a month if you're driving truck. People that drive truck accident, and you know about that, email. I think you were driving truck. The insurance is so high because the danger of driving truck is not something that anybody can just play with. That truck can damage, it can bulldoze whole community. That's why the insurance, the insurance is so high.
Truck is a weapon. If you nobody can go into trucking in America here.
No, sometimes $3,000, sometimes $3,000 to $4,000 just insurance every month. Yeah. So you see, the thing about us, we're not even prepared. The thing about us, we're not even prepared to start from somewhere. Like I said, we're not prepared to start from somewhere. Somebody think because they have a degree, they have a college degree, they can go to a company like, you know, big company and start from scratch. They don't think, they feel they got to start from the top. So that is a problem. Our problem is the mentality.
But Mauricio,
yes, boss man.
I totally get where you're coming from, right? But you see, leadership is all about observing and internalizing all of these problems and finding solutions to these problems.
But you know what will miss the point? You know what will miss the point? We'll miss the point the post-war. That's what I always say. Madam Salif has the perfect opportunity to change a whole lot of things in that country. He had a perfect opportunity to change a whole lot of things in that country.
Yeah, I mean,
because she was the first post-war president in our country.
She took over a country that she did not invest in re-educating
rehab
the population. And you and I had this conversation that day, Morris, on the same platform. When you people were on my case, you know.
Who is one of you people?
You and Amy, like, you know, y'all on my case, right? When I talk about why is it that certain segment of the population, I think we're talking about sanitation, right? We're talking about one day, Liberia was one of the cleanest, you know, country in Africa.
I heard.
You know, I did not experience normal day, but my brothers did.
I heard it.
And my brother, they said they used to have trash pickup and all of that stuff.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So how did we go wrong? And my argument was, like, even right now, people that were conditioned during those times, they still iron their shirt. Do you know when last I took an iron to iron my own shirt? Any clothes, any dress shirt that don't make it to the dry cleaning for me, that's it. You know, but people are so conditioned because the system allowed them to not go to school without a uniform iron, right? The principal will be standing at the gate, literally looking at the lining of your pants at a certain level. You know what I'm saying? So people during those days, people were conditioned to look proper and all that stuff. But when the Civil War, like came to an end, we imported Liberians that were born in Guinea all over the place. These people came with their own lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? They came with that lifestyle.
They brought out the bad ones, the good ones.
Right? They did. So we talk about dirt. Look at the kind of dirt we are in. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at some of the dirt. You drive really, you see dirt, you be like, damn, what's going on, right?
Yeah,
it's not normal.
Riches,
right? But
riches,
government now,
right?
you have to
Riches.
Right.
Riches?
You have to,
yeah.
You have to absorb that.
Hey, yeah.
Dirt.
Let me finish.
Dirt is a very good it is a really good energy generating.
What are you trying to? That's what I'm about to say. Or are you talking about?
Yeah. Right. Those that know the science, they have taken a lot of advantage of it. But look, let me see.
Why do we have all the trash and we don't?
But and that's why GMB being one of the biggest a waste processing plant around bombing area there. But look, let me say this. We can have our own problem.
We need to.
When the students are good, the teacher takes all of the credits, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Do you know why is it that you go to certain school and the teachers are all so good that the students tend to do so well? Is the approach.
Yeah, teachers are happy.
There is no bad student, but there are bad teachers.
Yeah.
There is no bad president, right? But you got leaders that have no intention of doing.
They get bad president. What you mean? There is no bad president?
No. Wait, not Morris. When I say that there is no bad president, every president comes with the same intention of doing good.
How do you know that? In your heart?
Nobody.
Wait.
In your heart?
Wait now. They voted them. I said they came with good intentions.
In your heart before you didn't know that.
Hey man, but
from what they say, I guess
they came with good intention. They professed their good intention to the voters. I'm not in there how to know, but
who will vote for bad president?
Right.
How do you know the person is bad?
Man, you understand what you're saying?
They told us all the good things. So, for instance,
who will tell you? I give you wrong. I give you how you go vote for them.
I mean, what did Joey sold to the Liberian people? You know, he loved the country. He sponsored Lone Star. He sponsored Lone Star when there was civil war and stuff. So these things became absolutely, people became so, like accepting of all of these things. Right?
So that mean good president?
Morris, did you understand the premise of my position? I said I said they came with good intention. They told us that they were going to do good. What they
I come here to help you.
Ushering them into office.
Why you helping, man?
Ushering them into office, they said they were going to do this. They came up with a freaking platform that said pro-poor agenda, right? For prosperity and development, right? Anybody who sees that document, of course you will get hooked up, right? They will also look at him to be someone who was absolutely not an established politician, even though you're in politics prior to him becoming president. But we did not look at him as a what you might call it, like a mainstream politician. So that resonated with the downtrodden masses. That at least they seen somebody that resembled them, somebody that experienced their story. You know what I'm saying? So people voted for them based on that. Look at Donald Trump. Now look at President Trump. His second coming. Do you know a lot of black people voted for Donald Trump?
Well, they're regretting now.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we saw the first coming of Trump, right?
You voted for him too?
Huh?
You voted for him too?
No, I didn't vote for him. That's not for lie. But look, at the end of the day, he sold to the people what the people wanted to hear, right? He told the people that the Democrats are fighting wars, the Democrats are taking American resources and doing all of these things. This was something voted in. He said he's going to invest in the American people. Yeah, that's what he told the people. And because the people saw their condition were absolutely eroding, economy was really getting tough on a Joe Biden, and people bought into what Trump was selling to them. Now he became president, he literally turned the entire damn table. He became a warmongering guy. Then even the man that was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. They came with good intention and they saw those good intention to the people. Then they decided to show their other side once they have gotten the mantle of authority. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they are good people, but they showed to you that they were good. But you gave them power now, they turn the table on you. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, Ture, you think when we are coming to power, you ever think you're going to kill auditors?
No, he definitely.
But I didn't want to kill them.
It happened in your government, so we blame him for it.
Oh, you come back to us.
Oh no, but that's the reality.
But you see,
it happened under his watch.
Yes. Yeah, through the power. Did he tell you that EPS was going to get killed?
No, he told us that like, bro, will not be spectator in the economy.
So the point that I got from today's statement is that when people are coming, they always appear like angels. And that's why we cast our vote for them. Then when they get there, then they take out the jacket that they show you.
Wow, yeah.
They want that. What they want for the hammer clothes? Get the real clothes
there.
But you know,
He's a rapper now.
Yeah, I think so. I would just use this as my closing. Should I go ahead?
Oh yeah.
All right, good. But I think with everything that we are saying, right, as much as the people will be who they are, but I think our leaders are responsible because, you know, leaders are there to mold the attitude, the behavior of people. If you got, regardless of how the people behave, sometimes if you got leaders that are really willing to change, the people will change. You know, the people will change. Look, take for instance, right? Ethiopia that we all talk about. This country got leaders that really, really, you know, that drive their people towards development, towards loving their country. But in our own country, our politicians drive the people towards them, not towards the country. You know, look at Gambia. When Yahya Jammeh, as much as Yahya Jammeh became a despotic leader in the later part, but when Yahya Jammeh took over Gambia, Gambia was nothing. There was not even university in Gambia. Gambia didn't even have street light.
He's a bad man.
Yeah, he became a bad man. But when he took over, you know what Yahya Jammeh did? In the 1 or 2 years, Yahya Jammeh was able to go to countries like Sierra Leone, Ghana, and talk teachers, professors. Yahya Jammeh was able to open university in Gambia. Yahya Jammeh was able to install street lights. Even call it boat. They didn't have in Gambia. Yahya Jammeh was the driving force, was the developmental driving force. The
What
same
year
with
was he president for?
Huh?
What year was he president for?
Yahya Jammeh, I think he took over 92, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Between the early 90s, the way he took over, when he overthrew. He overthrew Dawda Jawara. He was there up to 2017 when he lose the election to the current president at the end of Barrow, some kind of Barrow.
Oh, somebody been there since 2017?
Yeah, I think Adama Barrow. When Adama Barrow lose the election, when he won the election, he accepted the result. Later, he said he now accepted the result. I think Madam Salif was the chief mediator in that whole thing, if I'm not mistaken. But then, Madam Salif was the chief mediator. I remember Eugene Agbe was a information minister at the time. He appeared on BBC several times on that issue. But I mean, when he came, he was good. He did a whole lot of things for Gambia. The same with Makavoli, in the late Makavoli in Gambia, in Tanzania, even in Rwanda. When Rwanda, right after their war, right after the genocide, today Rwanda, European football teams, they advertise. Hey, you can see Arsenal go to Rwanda. I know Rwanda something. You gotta got leaders. You gotta got leaders but we have a country. We have a world best. We even got footballers around the world that got any football investment in Liberia. The former Real Madrid goalkeeper Ika Kasila, the mega I think sport academy, one of the African countries. I don't know whether that's Sierra Leone, one of the African countries. They get football academy there.
Well, single fan George, they're not individual that can do those in the government.
What is that? What individual can do?
Build a sports academy.
As an individual, get football academy is a business. People got football academy in other countries.
Well, we was talking about Judge. You're not doing that here. That's what he said. That was one of his defenses. He did somebody said, I'm like, oh wow.
They got individual, just single individual got football academies in other countries. It's a business, a business. You know, but so our leaders, I don't know, man. You know, look, the people can change. When Madam Salif took over, everybody was scared. So the Iron Lady. everybody thought she was going to come with that force to drive the people towards development, towards loving their country, towards committing their state to the country, but not knowing she came with different intention. But it was a good one. Even though I came late, I will try. I've been up the show of recent time, but it was a good one. Thank you, guys.
You're getting late, man. I'm going to come soon more than you.
Yeah, okay.
I just 122 though.
Okay, so let me
let's wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. It's always a pleasure to be in your company.
Don't talk for long, go. You can talk for long. You have to read.
You sure I can talk more than you? You know. So, like you were saying, right? One good news I discovered again about when I was reading about Ethiopia is that Liberia is one of the cheapest countries when it comes to electricity. In fact, in the world, we sit at 35th spot as one of the cheapest.
Whoa! The what?
Liberia is the 10th in Africa and 35th in the world when it comes to cheap electricity. In my time on, I wanted to understand, especially when I got that thing that notification about Ethiopia doing that. I also got to know that Ethiopia, the dam they're building now, if it's completed, it will be the, I think, 10th largest dam in the entire world to produce electricity. That's how I started thinking about electricity. And I came to know that Liberia is the 10th in Africa when it comes to cheap electricity. They name Ethiopia, they name Libya, Sierra Leone, and everything in Liberia. Not Sierra Leone, excuse me. Niger and Liberia, one of them. Liberia is number 10. And on the global, in the entire world, we say that 35. So that's one good news. The only thing we need to work on now is security. The issue I brought about it is that you think about investment.
Yeah,
no international footballer will bring investment in Liberia if you don't have security. You understand? If we don't have security, and insecurity, there are two things that make security: your justice system and your policing. If those people are ranked, they see you get high. When you got high, you got cheap electricity. That one thing that can attract people because the people know they will not spend too much money to run their businesses. But if they find that their interests will not be protected through the justice system and the policing, you will not find that around. So although we need investors to come, we need to encourage our people to also invest in that. So you get cheap electricity now. Let's try to see where our security stands.
Thank you.
Somewhere we'll be far up. Liberia will be better. We're going there small. Let's keep praying, let's keep pushing. We shouldn't celebrate little things. Let's celebrate bigger things. Then more will happen, in my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, Ture.
My Liberian people, let's try to preach love, not hate. Let's try to discourage any tribal bigotry that have not served our country since 1847. Our ability to move our country has to happen in unison. In unity, success is definitely, a proven commodity that can come out of that. Hate have not developed any country. If hate would have actually developed any country, then this country that I'm sitting in right now, these great United States, where you are not judged by the color of your skin, but rather the talent and ability that you can bring to the table. That's what America cares about. They don't care about whether you Madingo, Kisi, Pele, Loma, Basso, Gribble. They only care about your talent. So let use that. Let's use that. Let's take that and move our country forward. All right. And what happened, the red light is not indicative of who we are as people, but rather you always have every rotten apple in every assembly and all that stuff. And let's just take that as an isolated case and just keep moving. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, guys, we would like to you guys already said it. So say a little happy birthday. Happy birthday? No. Congrats.
There should be no little happy birthday, Amy.
Amy, I beg you to give a remind me to happy birthday to my Oma.
Congrats our buddy Nelson Colette.
Ooh, yeah, Nelson graduated.
Who graduated in Liberia yesterday. Yesterday. From the UMU. what is that? United Methodist?
Yeah.
Something. So
Yeah, like UMU.
There is a story that came out of that place that I would like to touch tomorrow, but we'll discuss that later today.
Give me a big before you go.
yes, right now we giving a shout out to Pat Nelson. To Pat Nelson, yeah. Nelson Colette, a spoon there. Why am I picture not saying one place?
Cluster.
The devil is in the detail. I mean.
No, it's not so.
And that's the people going on.
Carol, then you release a cluster, that thing will stick.
And that's the village going on.
Mr. Colette. But I mean, let it go now. Just leave it, you know. She's not gonna feed it though.
No, I'm trying to like bring his face.
That's cool.
That's Mr. Colette. We want to say congratulations on your
smart, nice, absolute, a cosmic professional dude. And wish you all the best, man. You know, and the fact that he got a degree in, I believe in what immediate. Yeah, you know what I mean, in communication and all that stuff. That's awesome. That's telling you that this is someone who have found a geek, should I say, a niche and taking every advantage to expand on his skill and ability that he already has. That is absolutely marvelous, and I think every other journalist should do that. There's a reason why he and Damon they are some of the best people that really, you know, epitomizes what journalism should be about. They are polite in their approach and absolute informing their deliberation.
Mm-hmm.
Going to school would definitely put you in that space and give you that ability even more. So congratulations, my friend. Your graduation gift is definitely loading.
Congratulations, man. You deserve it. Like Joyce, a real hardworking professional, and you know, humble and everything.
Next thing will come like bro, bring a gift to rate myself. To rate myself, bring a gift and come back.
You have to go away, you have to send it.
But the man know will go there, we can visit him. That man know.
Please shout out to my old man. Thank you. My 70-year-old forever young. Check your inbox, please.
Your mom turned 70?
No, one of my
oh, that's awesome,
yeah.
brother. What? I mean, it's a blessing, man. Someone turning 70 in the DNA.
It's my 70
what's up with you and that DNA? Something happy.
Because I mean, people are not living that long, man.
You know, the people are getting. I would live to see 100 and some more. That's what I was saying before you.
Well, I pray for you to live and you know, see that.
But how long you expect to live for, Ture? How long you expect to live for?
Man, I pray for long life. That's it.
I'm
not gonna give a number because it will be like the story in the Quran when I do a prophet Moses. The man wanted to live forever. Then God told him to go count the hair on a sheep and how much that amount to. Then he will live that amount of years. They gotta look at it and say, "Man, I give up." He said, "Yeah, take me anytime." I mean,
I see my old pictures, man.
I pray for long life.
I don't know if I can.
Boris.
Let me see.
Because even I say I want to live to be 80.
Will that be enough? From Facebook. Let me see if I can show it from here.
You know what I mean, Morris? It'll not be
anything above 18 now is a waste, man. What you more live for? Anything above 18 now.
It's a waste. What are you talking about?
It will not be enough, my man.
18 now, you gotta be super strong. You gotta be super blessed for you to be able to even be doing things for yourself now.
Wow. She's 70? That's
70 today, my man.
Wow.
Let's go to the next one. Let's post him on 70-year-old girl. Mama.
Oh wow, that's her.
Yeah, my Oma there. Forever young.
Happy birthday, sis.
Yeah.
Wishing you
Look
many more healthy years.
Look at the ball.
Yes, it's this.
My man, I've gotten heat.
Do you
for
know?
referring
Do you
to
know-
people? I'm
do you
telling
know-
you, man. So I'm triggered by calling people mama. or, you know.
Do you know?
For real.
Do you know Fatimata? The one who just in front, I got confirmed as the deputy minister
Oh,
for
Fatima?
Fatima.
Salif?
Our man there, the Fatima mother.
Oh, really?
Mama?
Yeah.
Oh,
So my
wow.
Oma there. Yeah. So my Oma, Mamiata, her name is Mamiata Stella Herring.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see the resemblance.
My Oma turned 70 today.
Happy birthday to her. She's
Happy
doing well
birthday,
for
Marie.
herself by keeping herself this healthy and and very and I'm
Fatima mother there.
that is awesome, man. I like when people take care of themselves and
Happy
just
birthday. Wishing you all the best.
Yeah, man.
live well, live long.
In your new age.
Yeah, Morris, so I refer to everybody now as sister, brother.
For wishing my Oma a happy birthday. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
So guys,
I mean,
thank
you must find the Oma gift for you, Emmanuel. Not just
you for watching.
must find the Oma gift.
My man, the fact I remember how you know, I'll give my Oma a big yeah.
What happened to Ekimura, Morris? Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching.
I'm behind the curtain. I'm behind the curtain now.
Please they making our screen look ugly.
Yeah, but the shots would have been anyway now, maybe.
So we say thanks. Thank you for coming. Continue to share the show, please. And we will see you now. I'm all tired. God's willing.
Love you
Tomorrow
all. Good night.
we'll be here. And have
Good
a
night.
great night. Have a good day for you, all of you who are just getting the morning time. And well, we are
Let's
too.
go to
but-
Australia.
Yeah, so we'll talk to you. Let's
You know-
continue to pray for our country and continue to talk. Good night.